GM, everyone. GM.
Not just GM, G Giga. Giga Chad Jesus.
G Giga Chad, an idiot.
And I guess good morning to you too, Kenny.
Good morning, Kenny Powers.
Yo, I'm just here for the glazing. Count me in.
Good morning. Yeah, I was trying to have some fun this morning, but it didn't. I couldn't get it. I didn't think about it in time, but I was trying to get Sora to create a song talking about the Giga Chadness, but it didn't come in. Yeah, it just didn't come into play fast enough. And I had a work call and couldn't, but it was structurally, it was there. It was like, it was
would have been great.
It was about 90% of the way there. So unfortunately it just didn't happen. But anyways, GM everyone, welcome in live on Abstract, of course. Kick, and where else are we live at? X, YouTube, like all over the joint.
Yeah, I'm on Twitch somewhere. I couldn't even tell you what my Twitch handle is, but it is necessary for me to be on air. So I'm on Twitch. Watch me on Abstract.
Is it like /an idiot? Maybe that's what it should be for your Twitch.
It's KYL3 Mania.
Oh, Kyle 3 Mania. There you go. So go follow him there.
If you want to. I mean, I don't really Twitch. Just the easiest way to do the whole Abstract thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, look, I'm from the generation of actually playing the video games instead of watching people play the video games. So, yeah, I didn't really get onto Twitch too much. Call me crazy. I actually like to push the buttons myself. I don't know.
Call me crazy. Bro, these high offers on Abstract with the way, because like right now it's showing the top offer on Zeke cards is $18.18. So it has my Abstract balance like all fucking wild. I was like, hold on.
I know, dude. Mine is out of hand right now. Yeah, I'm like, bro, I ain't got this much money on chain, let alone in Zeke cards.
I know. Gmer, that sucks, bro. That sucks. Gmer was on a 23-day streak and lost it.
This is what I'm talking about with this thing. It's easy to fuck it up. It's easy to miss it for one day by accident.
You got to stay locked in, guys. Just set a day. Like, I don't get it. Like, maybe it's just me and I'm dumb, but I get up every morning and I have like a routine of platforms that I check in on. We all get up, we go to the toilet, you go wherever, you go to make your coffee. Most people are opening their X and seeing what is going on. Like, set a reminder that just says it resets at 11 o'clock Eastern every day. And just set a reminder that says go to abs at 11 and upvote. I mean, I know it sucks. I had to wait a few days because I was voting every week. I would revote. I would vote like every app, even though Kyle hates that I do that. But now I wait until 11 o'clock. Now, of course, we do the show every day at 11 o'clock. There's another thing, bro. Well, we're not live 7 days a week. I was going to say if we were live 7 days a week, we're here, then you wouldn't miss it. But yeah, that sucks. He said, I swear I did it, but I guess not. The space is my reminder. I'm sorry. I would tell you to do 2. I go through and every week I upvote every app and I leave 7 of them left undone. That way I have enough to get me through each day because they do reset each week. Now I'm going to leave 14 of them alone and I'm going to do 2 upvotes a day. That way, if the first one doesn't go through, the second one does. But if the clock disappears by rewards, then you've done it. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe they'll make a change to it. Who knows? But
I don't know. I just think it'd be better to do it on a weekly basis.
Yeah.
You know?
Maybe so.
Just
But
upvote all your favorite apps. I think most people probably touch more than 7 platforms on Abstract if they're on Abstract anyway, or at least are a big enough fan to hit the upvote. Like,
yeah,
I mean, when I go to the Discover page, like before, I mean, I was upvoting. Look, I would hit the upvote on Maze of Gains, Tolenverse, Borean, Z, uh, Gigaverse, even Moody Madness. I haven't played it yet, but I'm aware of it. Road Tracing Club. I don't play that, but like I like the idea of it. I know a lot of people do. On-chain heroes, Dilly, OpenSea, like Bitcoin. I would upvote a lot more apps overall if I didn't have to upvote one every day.
Yeah. Well,
you would upvote Bitcoin?
Yeah, I would even upvote Bitcoin. Bitcoin was lit at first, and I still think, at some point, if things get to the right, I don't know, dude. Can I just say imagine and we can move on?
No, we're not imagining.
Kenny,
anything.
imagine.
Not imagining anything. But Kenny, imagine if Trump was correct. We're going away from abstract here for a bit. Imagine if Trump was correct and they were having these calls and these talks, and the market reacted really well to that post on Truth Social. But then Iran comes out and says, we have not spoken to the United States and we don't know what the fuck Trump's talking about. And that Trump's basically just scared to actually do what he said.
Well, what we do know is that the same wallet that fucking long Bitcoin on the last big crash, that was like a fresh wallet, opened a $20 million long on BTC earlier this morning and is up tremendously. So, I mean, look.
Have they closed the position or is it still open?
I believe it's still open.
Oh.
Now, look, Trump came out on Saturday and said, if Iran doesn't open the Strait of Hormuz in the next 48 hours, we're going to rain down on you guys, which was the initial dip in the market on Saturday. Bitcoin was sitting around 70, dipped all the way down to 68, slightly below that. And then it comes out this morning and says, no, we're actually in negotiations with them. It's going real well. I can't promise you that anything's going to happen, but we are in talks with them and the market spikes. I mean, look at equities. The fucking Dow Jones is up 1,000 points as we speak. You got Dow up 1,100, NASDAQ up 522 points, and S&P up 140. Over $900 billion added to the equities market from the open this morning, which is pretty insane if you think about that, considering last week Dow Jones was down 2%, S&P was down over 2%, and NASDAQ was down 1.9. So, like, is this just him, trying to ease tensions? Obviously you got the midterms coming up at the end of the year. At some point, Trump's going to have to try and repump the economy if they want to keep control in the House and Senate. So, I mean, these are all just little, tactics that he uses, and who knows? They could be fucking long on Bitcoin right now. That fresh wallet could be tied to the Trump family. Who fucking knows? But I mean, the market is very reactionary to what he says. So that's kind of the situation we're in right now. Whether or not I believe him, I don't know, but it's good for my bags. So let's go.
Yeah. I mean, it was good for everybody. We're still down probably 3.5% to 4% from the high where we just were. We were at like 75 before he announced
and
that.
We're sitting at just over 71 right now, which is a nice bounce considering we were trading at 68 yesterday. We're at 71.3.5. ETH is back up to 21.78. Solana back over 90 at 91.75. So seeing a really nice bounce across the majors. This is positive. This is kind of how you want to start out the week, and hopefully we can gain some momentum. Hopefully they can put an end to this war. That's ideally, they come up with a agreement, and it, essentially across the market. Now gold got absolutely pummeled last night. Did you see that, Cheese?
Yeah, it dropped a couple $100, didn't it?
Bro, it dipped as low as 4,300, but off the high, which was back in January, right? We hit 55, I want to say, or 53, somewhere in that. We're sitting at 44.86 right now. So pretty big pullback over there. Silver just cracked $70, but it got as low last night as 60. I want to say $68 was the low. So I mean, it was 120 about in January, a month and a half ago, at the end of January. So down, almost 50% over the past month and a half. But more so than anything else, as far as gold goes, this is just paper gold that's being sold. Like, the situation is similar to this. Like, so most of these like big companies and a lot of, big entities that were trading gold, they were basically long on gold, but they were also long on equities. So as equities got crushed over the past couple weeks, basically what ends up happening is these guys have to sell their gold to cover losses on their equities. And so that big drop is typically, it's a liquidity event where, bigger companies are selling gold to cover losses on their equity trades, their margin on equity trades. So yeah, that's the situation over there. I don't think people are really selling gold. I think it's more, these big companies were selling gold to cover their losses on equities and whatnot. So we'll see kind of where it settles in at. But as of right now, off the top, it's down 20%. So that's pretty volatile for a big asset like that. So we'll see how it plays out.
Yeah, it's a kick in the dick. I seen somebody say that actually gold, Bitcoin was, what was the post? I can't even remember what it was. Bitcoin was actually rallying while gold was falling, which was bullish. I'm not really
typically
sure.
You want to see gold kind of top, and then the assumption is, that money will rotate into Bitcoin as it's, quote unquote, the digital gold. So yeah, hopefully
but
that's
it's
the
not
case.
a risk on market right now. Like, people aren't, unless you're a Trump insider.
Yeah,
It's
unless
just
you're
not
opening
happening.
unless you're opening a $20 million long on Bitcoin at like 3 a.m. this morning.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Could you imagine this all comes out in the secret wallets? The socials manager for the Truth account for Donald Trump. That'd be pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like that.
Speaking of prediction markets, did you see the news around
sports?
A bipartisan bill coming out to ban sports betting on prediction markets?
Yeah.
I thought we weren't betting. I thought we were predicting.
You are, but I don't think that bill passes at all.
Well, for you got to think here. In the past, I saw some statistic, like in the past month, I think in February around the Super Bowl time, I think Kalshi and Polymarket did more than Vegas did the entire year. So imagine Vegas as an industry just getting absolutely pummeled, by these prediction markets. And now you have DraftKings offering it and FanDuel. Like, you can pretty much predict on sports anywhere now. It's killing the Vegas industry. So this could be some, people just paying these politicians to fucking try and push a ban. I mean, I believe it was between 70 and 85% of Kalshi's volume is attributed to sports. And on Polymarket side, 35 to 40% of their volume is attributed to sports. So it's a big part of their platform, and the reason people use them is the sports betting side of things. So I'm curious to see how that's going to play out.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to go into effect. I don't think it's going to pass. There's, how are you going to be able to predict on one thing and allow that in politics and war and entertainment and whatever, but then you're just excluding sports? Like, it's either you get rid of them all or you fucking keep it all. Like, sorry, we're taking money from Vegas. Vegas has been on a decline for years, and that was attributed to FanDuel and DraftKings. Yeah, those sports books, but we've seen different governors and senators, and we've seen all these people try and rally, like, fight against draft. We've seen New Jersey was one of the biggest ones. And then they come out with their own prediction, or like their own sports betting site. It's like, yeah, I don't think it's going to go anywhere. Kalshi and Polymarket are too big. They'll fight it. They have too much support. Trump's literally about to launch his own with crypto.com. You don't think he's going to have sports on there?
Yeah, I do.
You don't think he's going to have
absolutely
MMA
do.
on there? Like, this isn't going anywhere.
Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, I assumed it would have happened earlier. The fact that we got to this point so quickly, just over the past year, because I mean, it was always illegal to gamble, always illegal to sports bet. I mean, I used to have bookies that used to come to my restaurant, you know, on payday, and I'd either get paid out or I'd be paying them. You know, that's the route we used to have to go to get a sports wager in or bet on an offshore account in the Bahamas, something like that, you know, and use
Can he just admit to a crime on a live recorded space?
He did.
I did,
it's
bro.
not the first time he's
At FBI.
not the first time he's done that. All right. Well, what about NFTs? Since we're already running through some market stuff, what about that?
Not a whole lot of volume on that NFT side of things. But floors seem to be maintaining kind of where they are as the price of Ethereum starts to fluctuate. But Pudgy Penguins sitting just above 4 ETH, which is pretty insanely cheap to me to think about. You can pick up a Pudgy for less than 9 Gs.
Hey, if they're that cheap in your book, bro, I will send you the one that I want, and
I'm just saying,
you can send it.
Considering the fact that people were paying 32 ETH for these just over 14 months ago, back in January, you know, they're paying over 100 grand.
That's a little bit of a false equivalency, though. I mean, people were looking at getting $100,000 airdrop at the time, comparing the before and the after.
Yeah, but even after that mint happened, they were still hovering around 15 to 20 ETH for a minute, and they stayed above 10 ETH well after the airdrop happened on the Penguins. So yeah, I mean, it's just kind of, it is what it is. But 10 sales over there, 11 sales on Bored Ape, sitting at 5.22. Just not a whole lot of volume. Hypers, the highest priced PFP outside of CryptoPunks right now, $15,200 for a hyper.
Even they disappeared. Weren't we talking about this yesterday? They didn't do a sale for a full day and went from being number one in volume to like being not even on the chart, right?
Yeah.
Which just goes to show how little volume is really happening on NFTs. Unfortunately, I mean, it is still my favorite asset class, but
for sure. But yeah, just overall, CryptoPunks $140,000 in volume. Bored Apes 120,000, Pudgy Penguins 86,000, and Hypers at 45,000. So just not a whole lot of volume happening right now, but things seem to be holding their prices slightly green, slightly red.
Well, I'll tell you what's not holding their price.
Oh God, let's hear it.
Creeps.
Yeah, pretty depressing.
Usually cheese don't even want to address it, but today I guess I don't know. Cheese is choosing violence today, I guess.
Yeah, I mean it's 0.169 $366.37 for the future cousin of Alien Friends.
Hey! It's the next Disney, brother.
And not looking good.
Yeah, Joe and Dom really need to they just need to start showing up. I disagree. I know you got Tima's post pinned to the top. I actually disagree with his post. I don't think it has so much to do with the fact that they've waited as much as it has to do with just, you know, the community sentiment around comms and lack of clarity.
But community sentiment only gets you so comms only gets you so far, in my opinion.
I
mean, bro, like Pudgy, I have another tweet pinned up there, and Pudgy just released another little card game that's like a family card game. Like they drop products, and a lot of brands are doing this.
Yeah, but also I saw a post from Katie showing the inner igloo, I guess, in VC or on stage in Discord. Dude, did you see the amount of penguins that were in there? And that, correct me if I'm wrong, happens once a week, once every 2 weeks?
Every 2 weeks. But Lucas said that right now they're not launching big shit. Like the market's not there for it, which is understandable. But you can still drop other things for the community to do. I'm not saying drop things that cost money, because the only thing left on the Creeps what they call this a roadmap is a potential store to go buy clothes, which I think is extractive as fuck.
You know, it depends on how they do it. You know, last time they had the entire storefront for E&D became creep centric. I'm sure they sold
But he
a
said
lot
they're
of
not doing
clothes
that
in
this
the.
time. Joe
I
said
don't
the
know. I don't know
E&D
what they're
thing's not
doing this
happening.
time. I have no idea what they're doing this time.
Well, in Discord the other week, he said that they were going to a Shopify style store. Like they're not doing
Oh,
the
really?
E&D collab. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're
Yeah,
just
I believe-
launching a fucking shop. Like I could do that right now.
I believe they said end clothing on their end was taking too long, so they're just going to drop their own link and do a
I think they were
direct to
taking too long.
consumer, you know, where you can just purchase. But my point is, the reason I brought that up was just like, you know, your community is the foundation of your project, right? And like, if they are left out in the dark and don't understand what's going on, people will lose conviction. And the floor price is a reflection of the comms and not really delivering anything tangible over the past couple of years. That is a direct correlation to why the floor price is what it is. And like it's a very simple thing to do. Just keep your investors informed on what's going on. If you don't do that, this is the end result. And unfortunately, this community is fucking awesome. I love all
so
this.
I'm so Force the Habit had the best response. The one part of his response I don't agree with. And I'm going to show you why after I read his response. Timing isn't the issue. Being wrong is fine and markets are unpredictable. What kills community is over promising, anchoring expectations, then disappearing after a miss. Zero accountability, poor to no communication, lack of presence. The irony is Creep still has huge potential in one of the strongest communities in NFTs. When liquidity comes back, capital will look there. The games, token, TGE all matter, but the founders matter more. Right now, they're shooting themselves in the foot, and patience is basically gone. It would be naive to think that you can just pick things up when the market is back. Ball is firmly in their court, but they seem unwilling to pick it up for now. And Timo replied, if you can't trust the founders, nothing else matters. So the part that I disagree with, and I'm going to share this tab now, is that the market last year was good enough to drop in. March 13th, March 20, March, where's this at? March 13th. Hold on, I'm too far back. You had ETH on July 27th of last year at 3,900. You had ETH at 46.
Yeah. I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Let me finish my statement.
All right.
You had ETH at 4,700, ETH at 4,800. You had ETH back at 47 and back at 44 times there within a time frame from August through October, where if you weren't out busy building other brands and trying to build a casino and trying to build and do all these other things, and you were focused on the thing that made you who you are in Web3, we would be at a totally different situation right now.
Yeah.
Is my opinion.
That's a fine opinion to have, but you know, I just got done saying this on Cap Space the other day in regards to abstract and whatever people feel like Luca didn't deliver on. It's very easy to Monday morning quarterback this, right? But if you, like I said with Cap, if you zoom out, every founder is guilty of this. Every founder thought that last year was going to be very different than it ended up being. And, you know, they all made promises at the beginning of the year that they ended up not fulfilling on because of the way that things ultimately were. Things just didn't happen the way they thought they would. And yeah, I mean, you're looking at ETH and BTC charts. Those are majors, but that's not the altcoin rally that everybody thought we were going to have that all these guys wanted to launch into. And I mean, all of them. But OpenSea, Luca, Joe and Dom.
Yeah, I understand that, but that's why I'm saying you can't go with the flow of what every other founder's doing and sitting here worried about. Stay in your lane and rally the community that is Creeps is one of the biggest and strongest communities. And I agree with Kenny in that statement. But you had multiple opportunities within the year last year to send this fucking thing.
Yeah, but everybody thought that there was going to be this big altcoin thing that was going to happen.
Yeah, but
that just didn't happen.
And that goes back to the original post from Tima where he said, when you wait for perfect timing, you end up with a floor like this.
I know, but I also, you know, yeah, the floor.
They literally
I still think the
ignore
primary.
They ignore the fuck out of the community.
And that's where my biggest issue is.
Okay, but a combination of that and not being socially present, when they do come back, they go to spaces. I don't need them to come to this space because this space is a lot of creeps holders. But when you come back around, you go to people that nobody even fucking pays attention to. You're using marketing agencies that really aren't relevant. Like, you're so disconnected from what CT needs to push, what you need to push a brand forward, that you just go throw $100,000 to somebody and say, here, have your guys post this. Like, they got to dial the fuck back in. You're either in Web3 100% or you're not. Like, you know, if you're going to build quietly in the background, then cool, go fucking build products in the background and don't tweet. I still don't believe Dom is a founder. I believe he's a founder. I don't believe he is a forward-facing part of the team anymore.
Well, I mean, the evidence is clear that he's not forward-facing. The question, the speculative question is he even part of the team anymore? And the fact that this has been brought up ad nauseum, and yet they can't seem to produce a single soundbite or tweet or Discord message. I mean, I just can't believe that a guy can't hop on. You know, I mean, dude, we live in an era of, you know, everything's in your hand. You have access to your entire community with the device that you carry around in your pocket. I just can't believe that you can't take 5 minutes to address your community for months and months and months at a time. That's why I don't think, I don't know what is going on with Dom.
Well, bro, how do you think Quirky's is above 1 ETH? Poppy literally buys it and rallies the community. And the community is doing this. He's not paying KOLs. He's not paying.
Well, and by the way, this is why I keep saying, like, my biggest gripe is on the community management side. I completely understand why they didn't do their major activations at the opportune moment that has been made clear, you know, looking backwards. It wasn't clear at the time. I have the utmost sympathy with, you know, having misgauged what the markets were going to do last year. It's the community side that I have a genuine gripe with personally.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I do as well, but I've given up on that side of it. Like, I don't trust the guys anymore. And until they can prove that or give me a reason to trust them, I don't. I
told Joe the other day in Discord when he finally showed up there for that, you know, 40 minutes or whatever it was that he was in there talking to everybody. I said, dude, the second you guys want to start taking the community seriously again, DM me. I'll do everything I can, host space, try to get you on with here, you know, whatever. I'll be 100% on board. Just reach out. Nobody's reached out.
Yeah. Well, because they don't, like Tima said, or Force the Habit said, if you think you can just come back because people have money and they're injected money into risk on assets and just pick it up. Yeah. Will people flow in because there's a TGE? Of course. But it's only going to be priced in at the level you push it to. And I don't know. I just don't believe it. So
it's just sad because 6 months ago, I'd have been in T-Ma's comments defending Joe and Dom. Yeah. And now I'm like, I mean, dude, I literally went to bat for these guys over and over and over again with people being fuddy on the timeline.
Yeah.
But, you know, there's just, you get to a point where it's like, do I gotta apologize to Web3 Clown Show? Like, what are we doing here?
Bro, I literally, Kenny, if anybody wants to go downvote this, Shilling in not being paid, mind you, was never paid by Somo. But this motherfucker negatively reviewed me yesterday because I was promoting Somo Scam Project. Like, so now for me supporting these motherfuckers for so many years, now I'm being called a fucking scammer because I was promoting Somo, which they totally fucking bailed on, you know? And I've said this publicly. Had I put the effort into Creeps, or that I put into Creeps, into Pudgy or another community, I'd probably have a full-time job with another brand.
Most of the people that are like managing the community for Pudgy Penguin were loud community members. Yeah. They've uplifted their community in a big way.
And unfortunately, I mean, Somo, I wouldn't say it's a rug. Obviously, Animoca bought Somo. So, you know, these guys, it's a big brand. They're obviously going to do something. Unfortunately, they did raise $20 million. It wasn't a scam. A lot of people invested in the pre TG round. So like that's a little outlandish to accuse somebody of like trying to scam.
Well, with zero evidence too. I mean, this guy's going to end up nuking his own ethos score because you can't just go around accusing people with zero evidence of being like paid shills. That's kind of crazy. You're not going to do well on ethos like that. So we should probably start passing this around a bit. We got a bunch of people up here.
Yeah,
what's up, Tajani? You were up here first. I see you got your hand up. What's up, brother?
GM. Yeah, it's really a little sad when we see how the floor price is evolving on creeps. But yeah, every point you brought up, I have to agree with. And I really hope that they will start to pay attention. And as you said, that Tom doesn't show up, it's really not cool at all. Every founder has at least 5 minutes to come on, at least say, okay, I'm not anymore part of the team, or I'm here working on something. That's really annoying. And I remember when I was offering to get to BLE 80K and everyone laughed at me because back then it was cheap, and now I can become BLE with 6K. And that's really sad. If you can remember, it was on this show. Everyone called me like, you're crazy, And still,
we were calling you crazy for trying to do it.
No, you will be calling me for that anyone will sell me for 80K, the BLE, to get there.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, you're right. I remember.
If the problem is, Johnny, if they came out and if it was official that Dom was not part of the team, the creeps floor would probably be cut in half from where it's at.
Why? It can always be
because people believe
honest.
Well, because people want both of them there. They started this thing. Why did Dom?
I don't remember even. I mean, not even Luca started Pudgy Penguins. He bought it. I mean, this doesn't matter.
I understand that, and that's why Pudgies are of value like they are. But imagine if Kevin and his brothers all split up. Kevin announced that him and his brothers are no longer working together and they're not part of the project. The mindset there is that, oh, fuck, Bosu's done. I'm flooring my shit and getting the fuck out. There's people that still hold that are OG holders, many of them that like Dom and Joe, exactly the same. I just find it really suspicious that his name was removed off of multiple companies. And the excuse you get is that, oh, we're not a UK company. I just don't buy that.
Well, and then my question of, well, why did he delete his LinkedIn then gets responded to with, oh, I didn't ask him. It's like, well, okay.
Yeah. So I don't buy it. If Dom's still part of Creeps, fucking re-download X and come get on this space and come talk to us.
I mean,
come
and
tell
look, by
us.
the way, I get that everybody's kind of hyper fixated on floor price. I'm willing to put the floor price completely aside, right? I don't really care about that if the team is actually present, managing their community and executing. I've got a bearish PFP on right now. I fucking love bearish. The bearish floor is a third of the creeps floor. The floor price isn't really the biggest fucking issue with me. Like, the market has a big effect on all the floor prices of all of these assets. What's my problem is the way that this team is moving. That's my problem.
Yeah, I agree with you. Let's go to...
That's the biggest problem. I just wanted to congratulate you on your GigaChat role. Then I wanted to say, I mean, if you look in hindsight, the amount of scammers that have wanting to get part of you, Jesus or whatever, I mean, fuck them all. You've been here grinding every day for everything, and if I just remember on revolving games or so, I get so angry because or this other lizard looking PFP. I mean, it's hilarious, really.
Yeah, no, thank you for the
just put a little of that time into some more valuable projects, it would be more different.
Yeah, bro. I mean, trust me, I love creeps. Look at my backdrop. My whole fucking room is nothing but creeps. I like creeps. My daughter has creeps keychains hanging on her backpack for years. She moves it to every backpack for every school year. So like, this whole community has helped support me and get me to where I am and get any of us that are creators in the space. So, it just
But
like
that's same for
show the
me.
fuck up. Jesus Christ.
I have different creeps t-shirts. I have even my creeps on my wall when they have been 10K per creeps or whatever. I don't put them down, but yeah, it is a little getting silly. I'm thinking, should I buy more creeps? I know maybe it's the solution, but I would love, after everything and how much money I lost. I mean, I also made a lot of money with crypto, but how much money I lost, I need some confirmance, and I would rather buy at 0.5 ETH again than not knowing what will happen in the next 6 months. Or at
Yeah.
least if I see there is always some talk, okay, I will go. I mean, I don't need anyone holding my hands, but to have quarter or every month a call or whatever, have presented the plans, even if it's not launching now, you show some future, but yeah, don't
Well, yeah,
need.
I mean, to your point, Johnny, these are speculative assets. That's just the nature of Web3, and I need a reason to speculate positively, right? That's what you're looking for. That's what you're describing, is something to be a positive thing to speculate on, right? And right now, I mean, it's March 23rd. It's the beginning of the last week, full week of March. There's theoretically 2 roadmap items on their roadmap. I don't know if Joe even remembers that there's 2 things that need to be delivered this month. I don't know.
For the first time ever, I have all my Chrome on all my monitors. I have all my different tabs. I have Abstract. I have Linden, Marketplaces, whatnot. I had a Creeps tab, Portal tab, Somo tab. I removed all that shit. I was like, I don't even go there anymore. And it's sad. It sucks. I have offered to rally fucking shit, do shit. I'm tired of fucking trying. So if they don't give a fuck enough to try, why should I? And why should anybody with a Creeps PFP at this point? I don't know. And somebody can tell me some way to actually give a fuck, then cool. Like if I had the money, I would rebrand my entire account and be completely done with this PFP, list it and move on. And just wait for whatever coins I have coming for the fucking hundreds of thousands of dollars I got rugged on from other assets. So, but anyways, all right, let's go to Katie. Then we'll figure out who was next. I think it was Aurelius, then GW. Katie, what's up? GM.
Good morning. How you doing?
Good. What's up with the song choice? What would be, hold on, what would be your go-to song for a Spaces opening?
I don't even know if it's the song choice or the sound quality. I don't know.
It's the sound quality. The problem is
what?
the hertz that get played through Spotify or Amazon or whatever you're listening to. But time the hertz come through, it bogs.
I have told Cheese 85 fucking times now he would be better off just playing the music through speakers and letting his microphone pick it up. He won't listen to me, dude. He just wants to keep playing dog shit quality music.
Maybe he'll listen to me. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
In my ears, my really nice headphones, it sounds great. So I'm over here jamming
it does not sound great to all of us in the audience. So just saying.
Come in at 11:05.
I'm just giving you a hard time. No, you should have changed the title of your space to Creeps Suck or something like that, because I have no idea about creeps, but I can sense your frustration. I get it. The reason I came up today, because I didn't get to talk to you the other day, is congratulations, both of you, on Giga Chad. I mean, God knows 2 of you freaking deserved it for so long. So I was really happy.
Katie.
The title says Abstract Giga Glaze. I'm just following directions. But no, I was really happy because I see all the work you guys are putting in. So I thought that was great. So I wanted to come up and say that was great. So
thank you so much, Katie.
You're very welcome. No, you're very welcome. And as far as Luca goes, so every 2 weeks, he comes in and talks to everybody. Anybody can go up on stage and ask questions. It's all accountability. And he even said this week, I know I haven't been on the timeline. He wanted to rally the troops. He's like, you guys need to get back to rallying the troops on the timeline. He takes accountability for that. So, and then, so I think they have to be involved. Listen, I'm a VFriends holder. Gary V's involved. A lot of it has to do with comics and shit I don't care about, but he's still there and he still talks on the timeline. So it's all about, transparency and accountability. So,
well, even if it's not that, if the founders are that busy, they're so busy, these guys just can't even, they literally eat shit and sleep at their computer or whatever they're doing. They're traveling the world doing deals. Then hire someone. It's called a CT lead for a reason. Have that person that you can have that person that you can, and I've offered to do this for years. Have a weekly call. You fucking work with the community manager. You literally a 15-minute call, and then that person goes and hosts an event to give an update to the community, get more feedback, to give feedback from the founders. And then the founder comes in once a month. Like I've offered this for years and years.
I know. And many community members, by the way, have tried over and over again to bully them into hiring you for this. And they never have. Now, look, I'll say this. They've still got Vel. And Vel, I see Vel down there. Shout out to Vel. I love this guy. He does a phenomenal job in the Discord, but he's paid to manage the Discord. They still need somebody to be outward facing on Twitter. You need somebody to get people to come into that Discord to begin with before they're going to even see Val and see the community inside the Discord, right? So, I mean, they're just, I don't know, man. They're just missing. They're not even missing. They're not even swinging,
But my big motto, the big motto I always go with is communication is key, because if you don't communicate, people guess and they think and they speculate about things that probably aren't true. But the more communication, the better. So that's my leg to stand on. So
yeah, and look, I mean, V has done a great job for World of Women. I mean, she's been very outward facing recently, and like she's come onto spaces, talked with a lot of different people, really promoting her brand and the World of Women. And that, that's accountability as a founder, which, eases the tensions. If you're an investor in the project, at least you're seeing, some communication from your founder, which kind of gives you a little bit of peace of mind, regardless of price action. But still, you want somebody to take accountability for what's going on. And unfortunately, that's not been the case on our side for a while, and it is unfortunate because, the price is a direct reflection of the communication and accountability.
Well, and the other problem is they come out of the woodwork when the outcries get too big, then they show up. Yeah, we're going to have better comms. We're going to do this. And then they just fade away after about a month.
Well, even there, I mean, things got so loud and crazy that, all of a sudden it was like, oh, yeah, guys, they'll be in today. Then it's like, oh, they'll be in tomorrow. And everybody thinks that we're going to actually hear their voices or something. It turns out it's just Joe, and he's just going to, type to people in Discord for a little bit and then disappear again. Yeah. It's like, dude, just, I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know what else to do. I've tried, like I said, multiple people, not just myself, have tried helping in the community. They don't want it. They have a plan. Good luck. Pump the motherfucker. Cause I still have a lot of SP. We're not talking XP. This is SP. So fucking send it. And,
to do anything. I don't even care at this point. Hire fucking Books and Bark again. I don't fucking care, dude. I don't know if I don't even fucking care. Just do anything.
No, we're not going that. We're not going that. Then that right there tells me that you do care about the floor price. Because if you're trying to get Books and Bark in there.
Yeah, well, I do care about the floor price because, honestly, at this point, I'm looking for an exit. Unless they can change my mind and my sentiment, yeah, I do care. I'm willing to give a lot of grace to a team on floor price when I actually believe in the team. Yeah. I'm not sure that there is a team. Can somebody give me a fucking exit pump?
Yeah.
I'm just being honest here.
Yeah. And your CEO is a Chad, bro. So
God, don't even get me started. Don't even get me started. Oh don't even get me fucking started, dude.
See, look, now he wasn't even thinking about that guy. But we're not even going to go there. Aurelius,
when your CEO of your company is a guy who had to delete his X account because he literally fucking rugged an NFT community already. Holy shit, dude. Well, holy shit.
There we go.
Anyway,
Aurelius, GM. Then we'll get to GW. We'll go to Mex. I don't know if Rug. I think he's just here farming. Then we'll go to Kev.
And by the way, real quick,
Scotty's coming up.
I do know that what I just said is super. I'm a super bear right now, but my mind can be changed. You just got to show up. Just show up. Anyway.
Barrel just put Barrel Forever put a GIF that he made, and I guess he's saying safe to say, and he's got a fork smacking my PFP. So I'm guessing that's put a fork in it. Yeah, shout out Dante picking up a Cheez-Its Zeke card off the fucking floor. GG's there. I think Monica picked one up as well. So welcome to the squad. We will cook. All right, who did I say? Aurelius, GM, sir. How we doing?
Good afternoon, lads. Holy shit. Wow. First and foremost, congratulations on the Giga Chad. Don't know
hey, thank you, sir.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Don't know what it means, but well done. Well done, those men. So what are we doing? Are we CTOing creeps? Are we going to do a hostile takeover? Should we fucking what are we
honestly, dude, if we could have CTO'd creeps like a year ago, the community was so strong, it would be better off right now. Like the creeps community, I got to say, I love these guys. I mean, the reason I'm still in Web3 to this day is because of the fucking experiences that I had in the creeps community in the earliest days. I mean, we had so much fun. I met so many cool people.
Yeah,
I got to be a part of this international community of like fucking really cool people. I've got no complaints about the creeps community. I never will. I'll forever be grateful to this entire community that came together around this art.
Yeah, I agree.
But so fundamentally, I mean, with the movement in terms of the founders then and just not communicating, etc., do you think they've just, slowly given up, silently given up? Is it best that they sell that on to someone else if they wanted to buy it, and then, that community might come back together and rally and
I don't think so. We've heard whispers that they recently sold Somo and Portal, and somebody had said somewhere that, and they sold it to Animoca, and that they wanted to buy creeps as well, but they didn't want to sell creeps. So,
I just think that they overestimate just pure hype, because I don't think there's enough people that are willing to get on a hype train right now, right? So like I think they think that like, when the moment's right, they'll come back and everybody will just, be there. And it's like, bro, it's been a long time. Like a lot of people have moved on. A lot of people are frustrated, it's I don't know. I think they overestimate, short-term hype and underestimate like long-term community management. That's what I think.
Yeah. It's pretty wild. I think I just say we see T.O. Bosu. That's what we do.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah. Kev's laughing.
I don't think Kev's selling, dude. I don't think
either.
Kev's selling, brother.
Yeah, we got to fight him. GWGM.
Good morning. Thanks for having me. Just wanted to come up and say I've been waiting for this day for the rebrand of cheeses. We got 3 bears, that were on stage just now, and so obviously it has to be a bear.
I agree.
I thought about that, but their founders really don't show up that much,
Shut
this guy wants to bait Scotty so bad right now for some Seed Alpha, dude.
Yeah, I mean, at least that could be his Claude bot sitting in the audience. That's not Scotty. Like, I don't know if that's really him or not.
I picked up one though that's all blue. It's got a bow tie on. He's naked with an ice cream cone on his head. He'd be a perfect match for you. So if you want, you can check out my wallet. I got a bunch hibernating. You let me know which bear that you're going to take over, and we'll go from there.
Really,
dude, I guarantee you, my account is bared out, dude. And this is a perfect example, dude. Shouts to Scotty and Tolly for sure. They're geniuses, galaxy brains, building all kinds of cool shit. But I'm not gonna lie, the reason I came into fucking Bearish to begin with is because of Carlo. Carlo is a fucking community lead who is just fucking killing it. He showed up, engaged with us all the time, got me to take a look at what was going on over there. Once I got there, I liked everything I saw, but I'd have never turned my eyes there if it wasn't for a guy like Carlo. So like, just, proof of concept, right? On this whole, like, you need to manage your community thing. Anyway.
Yeah. Looking at the creeps chats fucking melting right now.
I left all of them. I don't, and it's not because I don't like all those guys. It's because I kept getting super frustrated and I didn't want to fucking start typing. I didn't want to speak on any of this shit negatively, to be honest. And so I just like, I started like, there was a couple days. I remember distinctly there was a day where I was typing at Joe and then like an angry message and then deleting it. And I was like, dude, I don't want to be one of these guys in the chat just being fucking negative and shit. And then, you know, in the time since I've gotten even more mad, but whatever.
I agree.
Jesus, while I'm on stage, can we just talk to Scotty really quick and tell him to go ahead and open it up for us non-creators so we can get into that damn squad hub already? I mean, shit.
Yeah, well, you have to send a message to his Claude bot. You can do that in Telegram. Just at Scotty Claude, and you'll get it. That's what you do. Yeah, I wish bears had like a cheeses, like a cheesy bear. I need a cheesy bear. Like I need something with something in there.
We have honorees, dude. We can make that happen.
Well, yeah, I know, but like I said, you need these founders to, you know, show up a little bit. But anyway.
Hey, GW, real quick. I don't know if you read the title, but we're supposed to glaze the Giga Chad. So I need you to say something nice about Kyle and Cheese real quick.
Well, it says our creep's dead. It doesn't even say
he
that
updated the fucking title space to be pure rage bait. God damn.
Katie DM me and said,
hey, bitch, you remember when I said I'm looking for an exit here? Cheese, you're not helping.
I mean, it's not my fault. Blame Katie. You're going to fucking go put a negative. No, don't negatively review.
Do not give me a negative review, but please give me a positive review. I didn't realize that you were on Ethos, and I need some positive reviews. So if anybody's in the audience that want to throw me one, I will review you back.
Yeah.
Well, dude, there are some fucking really nice bears listed right now, by the way.
Did you see my latest bear that I picked up?
I did. You got a pretty cool one.
It's the number 3 in the collection. Did you notice that?
What? No, I didn't even notice that. You mean token number 3?
Token number 3.
That's pretty cool. That is
Scotty,
cool.
can you concur that that is a special pickup?
Scotty doesn't know.
By the way, we saw you in cap space and then you exited quickly.
Yeah. As soon as you start talking about Zeke, he fucking just...
he immediately goes into other listeners. I know what you're up to, Scotty. I know you've been awake all morning, listening, lurking, lurkily. I know your style.
Yeah, I wouldn't bring up Lurky. There's some drama there with Scotty and them and Lurky.
Ooh.
Yeah. It's not very bullish for Lurky. All right, who else came up? Mex, GM. Then we're gonna
hold on. We got Bosu Kev up here. Was up here first. Let's go to Kev real quick.
Okay.
GM Kev. Sorry,
I was trying to do this in a roundabout way because the last time Kev was here, he had to leave. The person that had a question is who I was going to go to after I went to Kev. So I want to go to Mex.
Oh, okay.
So,
all right. Fair enough.
I got a set up here. Mex, everybody's doing fine. What do you got to say? Just.
Searching online.
Yeah, see, that audio sounds like shit.
Nothing's true, right? They vanished out of sight.
What is this?
This is a AI Joe and Dom song, but it's hard to hear the lyrics.
Where the fuck are Dom and Joe? That's all I want to know.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Good morning, everybody. How's everybody doing? Buenos dias, cheeses.
He didn't
Kenny.
hear the first part. Good.
Yeah.
We're chilling, man. We're chilling. This was supposed to be a fun space where everybody sucked my giant green cock, but instead we're fudding creeps, apparently. Sorry, I don't know if I'm supposed to say that kind of stuff as a Giga Chad.
I was just going along with the vibes. You know what I mean? If we're going back to plan A, I'm with that, Kyle. So you know what I mean?
We're not funny.
Yeah. So we're still here, huh? We're still in the trenches. We're still trying to make some money. We're still trying to get some generational wealth. I see.
I'm not even really trying to make money right now. I'm just trying to like network and like fucking be one of the motherfuckers that doesn't die in the bear market. That's basically what I'm doing.
Look at Carlo down there.
I haven't seen Carlo in a while. Carlo, I was
feel
just
it.
glazing you so hard a minute
I know.
ago, dude. You missed it.
I said the Bears team doesn't show up, and look at these guys. If Toley
You said
comes
his
in,
name 3 times, bro.
I know. If Toley comes in, then oh my God, it's gonna be
Well,
amazing.
well, hey, give me 2 minutes. I'm gonna dip off. You know what I mean? I just had some time. I just wanted to catch up.
You wasted 10 seconds. Go.
I want to. How's life, Jesus? You're good. For kids, family, everybody's good. I mean, I hear you complaining that you want to change your lizard PFP. Kenny, I see you're good. I see that you still got the Como Sayama. Kyle, you know what I mean? You're alive. You're a Latin woman, hasn't killed you yet. So I just want to do a little catch up. You know what I mean?
I promise it's crossed her mind, but yeah,
That's
I'm still breathing.
That's cool. Good to hear. All right, boys, do your thing.
All right, Mex. Hope all's well, sir. All right, let's get to Juice, because Juice was questioning some deliverables from Bosu Kev. And Juice, are you with us, sir?
Yeah, I'm driving. Before we get there, how about fuck you for shitting on lizards after fucking selling them all?
I didn't sell them all. I lost them all because the team didn't deliver.
While owning 50. Huh? How about you shit on them while actually owning some?
Well, you know what? Yeah, I would have said pivot to bearish or pivot to fucking final Bosa. You know?
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah. All right, so get to it. Come on. Don't blame shitty Canadian cell phones either.
What do you want me to get to?
I don't know. You had questions about the collector profile or something, and you asked Kev about that. So, like, let's get it over. Like, what's the question?
Well, the last space Kev left,
because he had another space.
He said he heard everything. So, do you want me to repeat everything?
Well, like what you were asking about a collector profile last year.
I wanted to know where it's at today.
Kev?
GM. Well, it sounded like you wanted to get in a boxing ring last time, but
the collector profile, because I think the problem was like last year they asked about this and when it was coming, it said it was being built. And then now was asked about it again this year. So they were just wondering, and I think Kyle as well, you know, the
one thing I was going to comment on, because I kind of missed my opportunity on this too, was I heard you say something about a mobile app for the collector's profile, which I think is a great idea. But I was just going to try to suggest that, you know, I would try to get something out there so that the community has something to like kind of engage with and then worry about building the app. And I didn't know if that was your intention or not, or if your intention was to wait until it just, you know, I don't know anything about coding or building, but it sounds to me from, you know, smarter people than me that building apps and stuff, getting apps into the app store, that sort of thing can take quite a while. So that was what my comment on that was going to be.
Yeah, sure. No, like the app is definitely more of a further future plan. It was more like commenting on like the blockchain and how we're integrating with that. They were kind of trying to think ahead, and that's why I mentioned it. But yeah, I guess like collector profile, it's full in the works. Full team is focused on it. It's coming as soon as possible, but it obviously hasn't been our only focus. We've done many other things in the last 9 months since we've done the review. But if you want to have a direct answer on like the collector profile, it's on the way. Team is working on it. It's gonna come to
Hey, how big is your guys' team? She said it's just you and your brother, but you have a full team working with you?
I think we're 7 people counting. But yeah, so it's my brothers and a couple others. But we're a small team and we're staying lean on purpose. I think, you know, for our current situations and the goals that we have right now. And like most of our time of my brothers, for example, go into story writing and script writing for like a show, right? For the manga. And so like a lot of time is being spent on that. And the rest of the team is focused with me on like socials and expanding on Instagram. Instagram is popping off really nicely.
One of your brothers was traveling, right, for research for the animations and for the storyline and all that, right?
Well, not specifically for that, but in general, like the thing, I don't know where I shared that, but in general, like their full focus is on writing, and so like I think traveling, like being free while you're writing is just an important part. And one of the things, that I said like a couple months back was that we're splitting up our team so that my brothers can fully focus on the story writing. Because if you want to create a good story, there's just so much time that goes into it, and you kind of need to be fully focused, and then like your whole brain is just busy with that all day, right? Of course, if you want to create something average or you want to put something out real fast, like we could put out a manga within a month or two, like we could do that, right? But it's like there's a very big chance like it won't be great, but it would be like an average thing that ends up not being consumed or it doesn't really hit in the world. We rather say let's focus on like putting proper time into it, and hopefully my brother's expressions will be loved, right? Like you never know, like it's ultimately a labor of love and passion and creation that goes into something for a very long period of time that eventually you launch and you're like, oh shit, hope people love it.
Yeah, I mean, spending all the time that feels necessary to make that feel like it's complete. I completely understand that. Is there any other shorter term deliverables that you guys are looking at outside of the collector's profile?
I think collector's profiles are main focus right now. I really want to get that out. I would say also like, and we'll work on sharing a bit more of the messaging. I think beyond like a simple collector profile, right? That like you spin up some badges with. It's more like the way that we're thinking about it is way more of we want to co-create with our community, right? Every week till now we're holding them every 2 weeks. We do builder calls within our community, and there's about 5 to 10 people that show up there every time. Some people are working on comic books. There are some role-playing games. There's some apps. There's stories, and we have a lot of people that co-create with us. And so the app is more like a character hub than it's definitely a collector profile where we have some of the mechanics that we're used to, but we definitely wanted to do something different that fits also to our longer term goals, where we create a lot of canon in our universe, right? We have a world with rules, and when somebody now creates a character and he gives it a name, he gives it a bio, like how can we help them to get as close as possible to canon as possible, so that if later we need a character in our story, that we can actually source from our community and include them and kind of co-create that thing, right? And so the collector profile is way more than just a collector profile. It's actually a real co-creating dashboard that will start small but will grow out over time.
Are you familiar at all with Burden and what he's doing with like Sword AI and all that? I wonder if that would be applicable maybe to people, because I mean, you guys obviously have awesome anime art. It seems like there's a lot that people in your community could do with like, I mean, I don't know exactly what you guys' IP agreements or anything are, but I could see people making kind of their own interesting side stories with their own individual characters with something like that. But I don't know if you're familiar with him and what he's doing.
No, I've not. I will check it out then. Yeah, and definitely like our community is like very active with it actually. Like there's a lot of people co-creating, like writing stories and creating art around it. It's really awesome to see. I think one thing that I've already spoken about is like an app that we've developed that's more internal, but we're actually going to give it to the community out as well. We've actually created an MCP as well for Claude that our community gets access to soon. That is integrated. We call it Story OS. We don't have a real name for it yet, but it's an app that basically integrates with our whole canon and lore. It helps my brothers to write and organize basically like the world Bible, the world rules, like all of these things, but also our community can then tap into it. Because like even our collection from day one was built up in tiers, right? So if you have the Kaiju-kan, who are like the officers, there's rankings within them. You have like the generals, and you have all the way to like almost the street officers, for lack of better terms. And those all have stories, and they're actually integrated in our real universe. So when the manga comes out, like those same things apply. But if I now have a community member who's creating, I want him to tap in. And so this app is going to be available for our community. It's already done. We're just like finalizing the community parts. And there's really cool things happening on that front.
Cool. I just pinned it to the top. It's Sword .ai, I think. But anyway, it's just like a host of like AI tools and stuff that are kind of specifically aimed at, creating anime type IP into it kind of, I don't know, just seems like it would be something interesting for your community to get into and start doing cool stuff with their characters, because the art is
Nice.
undeniable.
I appreciate that. Thanks. You sounded a lot more angry last time when I left.
Yeah, I'm more chill today. You should have caught me on that space.
All right. Who else came up? Lizzie, GM. How are we?
Hello, GM, everyone. So I just want one for Scotty to pull up because we have a lot of questions. Like, I saw that Scotty has been had a great time for over a day watching the game theories on his timeline. So I think it's about time we hear from him so that I can switch from speculating to strategizing. Would that be possible?
Yeah, I mean, hey, I would love for Scotty to come up. Don't know what he's doing. I'm expecting he's probably not doing much. But I mean, maybe he'll come up, maybe he won't. Active founders do participate in spaces. Shout out Kev. And
That's right.
So yeah, not really sure what Scotty's thinking down there. I know he did post Kenny some massive upsets this weekend. The lot of shakeup on the bearish abstract mania board, and brackets were destroyed.
Hey, what's a good percentage on the brackets? Because I don't know anything about any of this shit, but I got a couple brackets that are like 75%. Is that good?
Well, what is your points? Like, what are your points total right
now? Let's see. The two highest ones are 48 points.
Okay. Yeah,
is
you're
that good?
right. You're right there with me. So like there's like 100 other people tied it with 48 points.
Okay. Yeah, 48's pretty good.
But it's still good.
My highest one is 51 and then 49 are my two highest.
Yeah, I just went through and picked the different, I tried to do every bracket with like one of the different AI like strategies, as it were. And it seems like a couple of them are going really well. I've got a third one at 47 points and another one at 45. But yeah, I've got two of them at 48.
Yeah, I have several of mine are at 48. Not sure how that's going to look at the end of the day, because I mean, once these teams get upset, I mean, it just changes it all so fast.
I want to know if the bracket with the 4,400 or 400,000 for Burr, if that's the AI wallet, that's at 56 points. Scotty, can you confirm? Sweet, good talk.
Well, I mean, getting on stage is half the battle. So we give him a shout out. He shows up. He's just not showing out yet. So just give him a minute to get warmed up.
He said no.
Scotty just texted me.
Wait, how did I get up here?
What's up?
He's up.
Wait.
Yeah.
I did not click the button to come up here.
I brought you up here.
Wait, what?
Yes.
Wait, you can't bring.
I can. No. Trust the power of cheese is mighty. All right.
Yeah, dude. I hacked your Claude bot and told it to accept the invite that I sent you. Who's the fucking galaxy brain now, Scotty?
No, actually, how did that happen?
Well, it's as I told Kyle this morning, with great power comes great responsibility.
And as I reminded Jesus this morning, Uncle Ben got shot almost immediately after that. So I'd be careful there, buddy.
Yeah.
I pinged Kevin. I told him that Pons put a muzzle on me to relay the message. But now that I'm up here, I guess I can just say that.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Tell Pons to put his cigar down and get his ass up here. Well, Scotty did post top bracket across all brackets in Abs Mania was made by an agent. If the agent or owner bet 1K on every money line so far from its picks, it would be up 11,337 human dollars. I think I missed an opportunity. That was on the 22nd. So yesterday. Is that bracket still doing well?
I think it's still in the top, but it's not the number one. I think there's a human bracket that's number one now.
Oh wow. Okay. All right. Well, there you go. I mean, there are, I guess, you guys have the prize pool set, but if there is like I'm right there with Kyle. One of my brackets is sitting at 48 points. You guys can obviously see which, I mean, are there a lot of duplicate brackets out there? Are you able to see those numbers?
I could. I haven't run those numbers though.
Oh, okay. Because
Hey, Cheese, did the guy that negatively reviewed you delete his review? Because I just went to Ethos and filtered by negative reviews. Nothing's coming up.
I don't know. I have to go check. Because like when you go to the bearish one, the Zeet Mania one, that one it pays the top 79 participants. But if there's 50 people that tie for 50th place, like what happens there?
I don't think there'll be that many ties, but it's by tiebreaker. So whoever gets
Oh.
closest to the actual final score.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
Will be
right.
ranked that way.
Okay. All right. Cool. Yeah, a lot of good stuff there. I've been watching it, but I haven't been watching the games. I know Kenny has, but we had some upsets yesterday though. It kind of shook things up.
So can I interject here for 1 second? Because now I'm
Yeah.
looking at the bearish brackets. My number one is in 15th place. Look at that.
Nice.
Let's go. What's the points on it?
51.
Nice.
Wait. 50. Wait a minute. Let me go back.
Wait,
It's 50. Yeah.
Wow,
Nice.
That's awesome. How did
Yeah.
you make your bracket? Did you do it
I made
AI?
most of mine were AI. There was a couple that I picked because I love UConn and I knew that the AI wasn't going to pick UConn. So yeah, mostly AI.
Well, that's some bullshit because my AI was sleeping because, I'm down at the bottom. This is not cool, Scotty. And I tried getting Kenny to help me, but he wouldn't help.
Whatever, bro. I offered my help. I offered my help to all you guys. I can say I am marked safe from AI on my picks. 51 off of this giga brain that I've got.
Wait,
You
you have a 51 and it's just your big brain?
I mean, I'm 5 off the lead. That's not bad, right?
No, that's solid. Yeah.
Bro, this
that's
dude's
really good.
copying
Wait, who'd you
picks
pick,
off
though?
ESPN.
Who did you pick? Who did you pick to win it?
U of H, bro. Come on. Houston Cougars.
Okay.
Taking it all down.
Especially that's
with-
unique too. That's unique.
Especially with Florida, the number 1 seed in our bracket, losing. We have a cakewalk to the Final Four. That's all I got to say. Then we're going to take out Duke, and then we're going to beat Arizona.
You know how many Florida fans said we have a cakewalk to the Final Four?
Whatever, bro.
I'm just saying.
Wait, which team does Kenny think is going to win?
U of H, Houston.
Yo, Houston? Man, that team's going to lose, bro.
That was weak, Juice.
I don't even think Juice
That was weak. He said those teams? Well, that team?
Canadian commentary does not matter on American sports. All right, bro?
Juice is just trying to rage bait everybody, dude. He's rage baiting Kenny by pretending to give a fuck about football. He's rage baiting Kev by pretending to not be a hater. Like, what the fuck, dude?
Jeez.
Sometimes you just need dopamine,
I get it, dude. Bear market activities, dude. Turn the rage bait up to 11, dude.
Dude, the amount of dopamine, the quality of dopamine that you get from just pissing people off is way better than any of these Instagram reels or TikToks that people watch.
Yeah.
Hey, I do have a serious question for Scotty. Scotty, is Carlo actively like flying around in a helicopter, scouting locations, like hanging off the side of it with his fucking hat, like looking like Indiana Jones? Like that looks like a good location.
I could see him doing that. Yeah, he's been busy with his movie life, his directorship.
Jesus, can you do your Carlo impersonation again? What the fuck was that?
I know. Just because his name's Carlo doesn't mean he has a Spanish accent. What the fuck?
Carlo was like, Carlo has a deep, like, it's almost, it's like a Mexican, like, I don't know.
Careful.
Like,
He has a radio voice.
He does. He has a very nice, soothing voice. But yeah, I don't know. I'm picturing Carlo out there with a pair of binoculars, like hanging off the side of a helicopter right now. But it's been so long since we heard his voice. Kind of forget what it's about.
I actually haven't heard his voice in a while too. I'll probably need to hit him up and see if I can sync with him a little bit.
Yeah, I was trying to get some thinking, I was like, well, maybe I hit up Carlo and get some Zed Alpha, but this guy didn't even know cards launched. So it's like,
Yeah, Carlo's on his dream tour, so
yeah,
I want to support him there though.
yeah, no, it's good. Shout out Carlo, great guy. But anyways, Kev, let's get to the meat and potatoes, bro. I mean Scotty, not Kev. I was looking at Kev, Scotty. The article from Ponce just did nothing but confuse everyone. That's just the bottom line. He pontificated way too much.
Do you know what that means?
Yes.
Some call it word salad.
Yeah. I mean, the guy gave us his theory on marketing and basically how shitty KOLs are in the space.
I mean, it wasn't that hard to get to the look. I literally scanned over the whole thing, went, all right, these first 2 giant paragraphs is just opinion pieces on previous InfoFi meta. I don't need to read all that. The whole end was just kind of whatever. But the middle was the good stuff. That's where the alpha was. That's where all the squad A, squad B type shit was.
But that's my question is like, if I go into a tournament with my legendary Von Doom, can I stack my rare and my commons on top of that because I'm supporting the one creator? And is there like a multiplier because you are holding multiples of the card of that creator? Like in previous Zeke tournaments, if you had one bear, you got X amount of bonus. If you had multiple bears, you got a bigger bonus there. You know what I'm saying? So like
that was just on the Blanco tournament, but I get what you mean.
It was a lot of things. Even the GVC, if you had multiple GVCs, you got a bigger bonus.
So the question, Scotty, is can I use more than one card of the same creator on a tournament?
You should be able to stack in theory, yeah.
Interesting. I would have guessed no. It's interesting.
So now another.
I mean that mechanic isn't fully fleshed out, but but there should be an incentive if you have multiple. I think.
Yeah, because you're investing. Like if somebody believes in me or believes in an idiot or Lizzie or Teach, like yeah, I gave you a nickname there.
Yeah, there's Yeah,
That's fine.
I guess I can say that. I mean, there was a concept that we talked about internally around, I guess you'd call it scholarships, because obviously there's a cap to the amount of cards that exist, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you want to cap the amount of participants. If you understand what I mean by that. So there was a concept we were flirting with where if you had multiple cards, you could, in theory, let's say delegate them to people that did not have cards, and there would be something there. So that's not fully fleshed out, but that was something we've talked about.
Yeah, because I mean, if somebody really believes in that one creator, whether they hold a lot of cards to resell when the creator's rewards are like so good, and people are like, oh shit, I wished I would have got a whale. I'm gonna sell, then that person's holding a bunch to sell later on for profit. That's fine, but if someone wants to get a max multiplier within a squad by holding a bunch of the creator's cards now maybe cap it. Like, yeah, you can't, there's only 80 common cheeses and somebody, so that way it's not geared towards whales profiting. If somebody has, maybe 3 commons can be stacked, not 20 because this guy has more money than me and he's getting more rewards. Obviously, some people don't have legendaries, so it'll change the dynamics there. But that was one of my biggest questions. My other question was, do you think if say the KPI is referrals, and I seen the tweets about the alliance stuff, and I mentioned this in Captain Space this morning, like obviously the goal there is to get as many referrals under the main squad leader as possible so you can climb the ranks in the tournament. Do you think people are going to put their own greed aside by not sharing their referral? Like if Lizzie, for say, had a legendary card of mine, is like, oh, I'm going into this tournament together.
You're asking Scotty to speculate on people's individual bias of
Well, I know,
supporting
I'm
their
asking-
favorite creator versus themselves.
I'm asking his opinion. Do you think people are really going to put their own personal agenda aside?
You want me to
for the
handle your light
betterment
work
of the
for you,
squad?
Scotty?
I don't think they will.
I think we will see what happens. I think we'll see how the game plays out.
Yeah.
I have
I
two
don't know.
questions.
There's a psychology there.
There
There's
is
game theory there.
I have two very direct, very simple questions. If I could get yes or no's on these, this would be great. The first question is the A squad and the B squad reward pools separate, or are they drawing from the same reward pool? I'm wondering this because I feel like if a lot of people backdoor in on B squad type shit, it's going to potentially delete the rewards pool a lot. So I'm wondering if the A squad thing is a separate rewards pool, if it's all siloed.
Oh, you mean if you have squadception?
Yeah. So if I'm squad A, but if I hold the guy's card and so I'm in on the squad A, will everybody coming in a B squad be able to dilute the rewards pool that I'm potentially a part of?
I wouldn't say dilute is the right word. I mean, it will spread it, but at the same time, the way that we're working with these brands and clients is that the pools go up with more participation. So it's not just like, hey, here's 50,000 or 100,000 available. It's like, yeah, maybe that's the baseline. But if we actually overproduce, then you might get more, right? So it's not that it's going to dilute it; it's going to increase it because the amount of outcomes are going up.
Okay. And my second question is kind of in a similar fashion, because my concern is that, like, if I'm if you've got a whale legendary card, every motherfucker is going to try to play that card, and then everybody's going to try to B squad their way into. Will you be able to gatekeep your squad? Like on the squad hubs, obviously there's an option to manually let people into your squad hub or automatically do it for everybody that's a card holder. Is that just to gatekeep the chat, or is that to actually gatekeep the entire access to even be in the squad?
I don't think I mean, it'd be kind of weird if someone was trying to get revenge in your squad by helping you make money, right? I mean, like the whole purpose of being in the squad is that you're participating and attributing what you do on chain with the squad leader so that everyone makes out.
I get that, but if I'm again, this is the biggest example. If I'm whale and I've already identified like my best clipper, my best wingman who also has motion on the timeline. If I've identified the people that I want in my squad, do I really want every single other person all getting a piece of that rewards pool too?
I think if they hold your card, they get a piece of the reward if they put it in that tournament.
Oh, you mean, okay, so yeah, I mean, there's both squad and individual contributor rewards. So it's not just, now the biggest rewards will be within a squad, but also the biggest contributors as an individual within a squad might get outsized returns too, depending on what it is, like what the KPIs are. That's not guaranteed, but that's how I could see it working. And some, there's a lot of control still that the brands and clients have over. Well, obviously they have control over what metrics they want to get, but they also have a little bit of control over the structure of rewards too.
Yeah,
but we're gonna make it as appealing as possible. I mean, there's no world where I want people to do all these things and make $1. Like that's not the game that we want to play.
Yeah,
like we should be getting 5-figure, 6-figure deals, or it should be appealing for everyone involved. Otherwise, it doesn't work.
Well,
it doesn't work if it's not appealing.
Yeah, and the biggest thing is like, so right now I think I'm gonna go to my squad hub. I think I have 74 or 75 squad members. Yeah, 75 squad members, and it's like, shout out Dante picking up the last one. But it's how many out of that 75 are actually holding and participating? How many of them are holding just because they know who I am and they're going to sell? So like, I want to empower everyone in my squad. I want to boost. I want to do everything I can to help everyone in my squad, because the more we do, the better we do, the more rewards everyone's going to get. So like, I wouldn't want to limit my squad. I would want people seeing my squad chat just so they could be like, shit, I want to get in that squad. Like,
Well, I mean,
let's
unless
go.
you've got somebody wiling out in your squad hub saying no words and being abrasive and shit.
Well,
you know?
I mean, it is what it is. You can't control, idiots.
Well, you can
I've
if
been
you just
trying for
gatekeep
4
your squad
years.
hub, right?
Yeah, but I don't want to gatekeep. No, nobody holding my card. You are welcome on this stage.
Oh boy, do I have
Okay.
an alt account coming into your squad hub, buddy. Yeah, we're gonna fucking
Hey, I
stress
have my
test this
main
theory.
account coming in.
I
I got my main account coming in, and
the
I
good
own
thing
a bunch
is-
of your cards.
Good thing is
I have
they're
3
not
of
open.
your cards.
Yeah, well,
I
Dejani,
have 3 of your cards.
yeah, and you have yet to say a word in my squad chat, so I appreciate it, Dejani.
He's talked in my squad
Yeah,
a couple times.
I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm gonna kick both of you out. I'm actually gonna change. You know how I brought Scotty up on stage? I'm about to change the metadata on your cards. Yeah, your PFP is gonna be upside down, which means it's no good. Scotty, the last question I have, and then I'll let Dejani. I've seen Dejani. I'm sorry, guys. When I said other creators, I didn't mention Dejani, and he threw a sad emoji up. I like as soon as I said that. See, look at him now. He's laughing. So make sure you guys go check out Dejani as well.
I own a couple Dejani cards.
So do I. I have a rare and a couple commons. For people that are holding large amounts of cards or even just holding, will I passively earn even though they're not in a tournament? That's my confusion. It's like if there's only 5 tournaments and I'm holding 200 cards, like
Yeah, I think no, you won't passively earn, so I can simply state that. But again, the whole point of the cards is this whole social fi dynamic where we're creating, let's call them new creator capital markets. So the old model was friend tech and or what was the other one?
Kaido.
No, on the social fi side. It was like Arena, there was the AVAX thing.
Fantasy top, all that stuff.
Yeah, Fantasy Top wasn't. I mean, I guess that was kind of social fi, but it was also a card game. But I guess what I'm saying is there is speculative value on the cards or these access tokens either way. So if you have a large collection, what you're really betting on is the creator increasing their influence and also having, the capability to earn rewards. I mean, so if you have a whale card, I mean, it's pretty obvious that if you have a whale card and he participates in a tournament, now I don't think it's a guarantee he participates in all of them because he doesn't really dilute his brand that way. But let's say there's a really strong client. So I think one of the campaigns he participated in was like Fight.id when we had Info 5v1.
Yep.
But I don't know what place he ended up in. I don't even know if he stayed in the top 10.
I think he was 8 or something like that.
Was he in the top 10? Okay, yeah. But I mean, like he only posted a couple times. And so he had limited participation. But if you have his card and he does well in his squad, that he and so it doesn't necessarily have to be just him posting. So if it's him and his squad's posting, and again, it's not just posting. I'm just using posting because it's easiest to talk about. But there's a whole lot of other things here. But because we don't want to reward engagement, remember, so we got to stay away from that. But if you hold his card and you're part of his squad and it does well, then you would have got a good share of the rewards. Now, again, it might not be the top 150 squads getting rewarded. That doesn't really make sense anymore. So you need to narrow your focus down to, okay, maybe it's the top 5 or top 10, and maybe they're getting X% of whatever the total allocation is. So let's say Fight ID said, hey, we're doing 1% of our token, and then the top squad maybe gets 50% of that. Like, I'm just giving you an example, hypothetical of the structure breakdown. And then everyone within the squad would get a piece of that. And so you really want your squad to do well, but it's not limited to the baseline prize pool. Again, if your squad overperforms or all of the squads are overperforming, then the prize pools will continue to go up. Almost like if you think of it like like a bonding curve in a typical meme coin world. Like if like a meme coin only bonds when it hits some market cap, 100K market cap. You can kind of think of it like that. So it's like this ongoing competition to increase the rewards. So there's mutual alignment between the brand's prize pools and the participants. Does that make sense? But there's always a baseline. Right? So yeah.
Yeah.
You
No.
get it?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. So I get that now. So it kind of goes to a lot of the research everyone's seeing on the timeline where it's like, okay, if you can't afford a whale, then go down to the next level of creator. Then if you can't find, but the thing is a lot of these KPIs, you're not going to find much data on. Like you could see some on wall chain. I think Monica was talking about Chill Pill and the amount of referrals he had on one of the other things. He had like 1,000 referrals, whatever. Okay, so that's somebody good if one of the main KPIs is referrals. But just because a whale or myself or a Eli or whomever has, X amount of impressions on a tweet, doesn't mean they're getting a lot of fucking interaction. Doesn't mean they're getting a lot of referrals to the next, because not only do they got to click on your post, then they got to click on the link that you are referring them to. Then if another KPI is volume traded or things like that, I mean,
Yeah, I guess part of the magic is when this stuff is all on chain and you have a card, like you hold a card of a creator, you actually don't need links ever. So this is I guess we've never really said this explicitly, but the system with the NFTs, or at least the novel part that we've built out on the tech side, is that it's linkless affiliate marketing. Because you have like this, creator to owner relationship that is on chain, and then if there's on chain actions linked to any of the wallets that are linked to the owner of the card, we can attribute it right back to the original creator. Does that make sense? It's like a tree there.
Yeah.
And so yeah, we've created like this linkless affiliate model. I don't like to use the term affiliate because it's like maybe there's some bad connotations there, but that is kind of what is happening.
Well, it's just like, hey, go sign up for blah 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 blah. Use code Jesus.
Yeah, exactly. You don't need to do that.
That's all it is.
But you don't need to do that, right? So you don't need to say type in code Jesus at checkout. If they do a transaction with the wallet that owns a card, or an associated wallet to that wallet, right? Because we have an account with multiple wallets linked to it, then we can just automatically attribute it back to you. So there is no use Jesus at checkout. It's, did you use that wallet or an account in the email linked to that? And now we can give it right back to you. So it's a one-to-one. Okay. It's a one-to-one attribution model, which doesn't really exist right now. I mean, a lot of the well, actually, I won't go into that, but that's part of the part of the marketing side. That's different. That's novel and new tech.
Yeah, no, that's pretty badass. Yeah, because then it stops posts. They say that posts that have links in them don't get downgraded now, because you're not technically leaving the app, because if you click on any post that has a website, the browser just pops up in the post, goes to the bottom. So Nikita and them say it doesn't hurt your reach, but I mean, who knows?
Yeah, I mean, we will still do the whole, use code system if that's what the brand wants. But I'm just saying we have an alternative that is linkless as well. So, I mean, it'll probably be both if I were to say it. But another thing is we will probably require disclosures, because we don't want people getting banned on X. Even though you're not getting rewarded directly on X for posting, if it's related to a tournament, it probably still needs the disclosure. So I need to talk with Pons a bit more about that, and we'll probably reach out to X about that as well.
I could see that being not a problem, because I mean, you're tweeting about a financial incentive gain. I mean, you're tweeting in hopes of a financial incentive. Even if you earn one ZEET and ZEETs are on chain, you're being paid to post that, essentially.
Yeah. And that's a good point. I mean, the other aspect of the platform is that in a lot of cases, you'll be almost like triple farming the rewards, because you'll have the squad rewards, the individual rewards, the ZEETs, perhaps point mechanics in whatever client and brand, like they have their own point systems that are linked to TGE. So there's going to be a lot of farming opportunities. I mean, I won't call them, I don't know, farming's a bad word now, I guess, but maybe it's not a bad word.
Well, it's not, because you're
it is what it is.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to be
what marketing is.
You're going to be like triple dipping, because not only do you get ZEET rewards, you get abstract rewards for participating on ZEET, holding the cards, causing transactions. If you end up getting rewarded ZEETs in real time during a tournament, you're going to be spending those ZEETs on more cards or whatever. And then also, if you're using the product, which I hope you do in a tournament, then you're also going to be farming whatever they're doing. So it's like, you're double, triple dipping, if not more sometimes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So there's more rewards in a tournament than just your squad rewards, your ZEET rewards. Now, will the system work like it did in the past? Like every 2 days, depending on your refresh rate. I was talking about that in Captain Space. Will that?
No, it'll be more real time than that, since it's going to be for the most part in-app and on-chain interactions. I mean, if
Okay.
it's social based, there might be a delay depending on the data sources, but
Yeah.
for the most part, it's. I mean, there could be some like, for example, I'm just saying this hypothetically. Let's say there is a task or request to get like a YouTube video tutorial about some protocol, and the squad has people that are specifically working on that. Maybe there needs to be some verifications there, so it won't be instantaneous. And also, it might need to see how well the video is doing, for example. So it's not going to be instantaneous from that aspect either.
Yeah. So I mean, you could say within 24 to 36 hours, you're going to have rewards within a tournament. Maybe start hitting your Zeet account. As far as Zeets go.
Yeah, as far as the Zeets are concerned, yeah.
And then the final payouts are with the payouts from that point. So, interesting. Yeah, I mean, I like the new tech idea. Johnny, what question you got? What do you got?
Oh, I had a question, but Scotty answered it because of the personal rewards. What if I am doing really well? If I am doing a lot of on-chain transactions and everything using the platform, so it's cool. I don't need to rely on people who are maybe a little lazy to do stuff. I can, for myself, bring the team forward, right?
No, and I think there's going to be something for everyone. Like, for example, for me, I mean, maybe I could have posted and got enough impressions, engagement to be a top Info 5v1 creator. Probably not. But I am a person that will use a protocol. I'll put like, a couple $100 or $1,000 into a protocol just to try it out. And those users might not be the type of users that ever talked on the timeline. So those users are now going to be able to participate even more so than before, and get rewarded accordingly. Because I think one of the failures of Info 5v1 is it kind of forgot about that user, the high agency. I actually do try to do a lot of things in Web3, but I don't talk about it. User, like that user is still important, because they're still translating to real volume and real transactions. So that user never got rewarded in Info 5v1, and I think the system will reward them accordingly.
That's amazing. And the another question is, I still can't send all my Zeet cards in bulk. I have sent 100 right now to my abstract wallet, but I'm still missing the other 100. Now I have 240 on abstract.
Yeah, you got to get your agent to do that. I actually don't know I haven't looked at the issue with the bulk transfer, but I'll see if I can find.
No, it's not a problem. I will do it.
Is this your wallet with the meat bag PFP?
Yeah, it's the meat bag PFP.
I see you there. Okay.
Have you guys seen any other interesting ideas from our competitors, our previous? I haven't been watching.
Bro, they're radio silence. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I haven't really seen any activity from anybody on any of this stuff. I think honestly, everybody's waiting to see if you guys' model like exactly what it looks like in practice and how successful it is.
Yeah. I'm waiting on Kaido to do something with their NFTs. They won't change the metadata or do nothing like that, but basically, even if they just go as far as like multipliers or whatever, I'm waiting on them. The only post I see are people shitting on their NFTs going further and further down. I don't see anything. When I go to tomorrow's going to be really interesting, and I think it will get more eyes around Zeet, Bearish, this whole team as a whole. As far as XP goes, depending on if they have everything locked in, because when you go to the 7-day, right now, Bearish is number 1 at 11.03 ETH. And
that's a question I had.
We get
Scotty,
past this Scammy project, and Zeet's number 2.
Yeah, there's been a bunch of abstract scams here lately, guys. Any of these mints that pop up and are immediately at like 300 minted and there's like 200 left, don't mint that, guys. They minted 300 of them just to get it at the top of the volume. Don't mint those. Scotty, when it comes to the 404 for Bearish, do you know if I would assume that OpenSea's not counting the volume on the coin side, right? For volume?
Yeah, probably not. Though I thought we linked the ERC20 to the. Is it not on the on the collections page. They should be linked.
Oh, it may be. Okay. You want to go around the hands here, Cheese? I think Teacher Katie was first, and then Lizzie, and then Dejani.
Yeah, go ahead. And I'm bringing this other account up. I checked its account to make sure they were coming
By
up
the way,
to talk about something.
For the first time ever on Ethos, it managed to put an account in front of me that I've heard of before. It actually showed me Lizzie's review of Teacher Katie, and I finally got to hit something other than I'm not sure for the first time ever on Ethos. Anyway, what's up, Teach?
Well, hopefully it was a positive that you clicked.
I not only clicked the thumbs up, I went and gave you a positive review myself. Not that my opinion means anything on Ethos, but
thank you. I appreciate that. I'll get you back. Scotty, can you talk a little bit more about the other platforms that are involved, not just X? Anything?
Yeah, I mean, we revealed that there was up to 17 platforms that we're going to support. And the way that happens is, and we haven't, I guess maybe it's revealed on the landing page, but there's been this talk of an extension that we've been building the last couple months. Actually, even before Info 5v1 was shut down. We were building out this agentic extension that will basically allow you to verify anything without necessarily having API access. We still can't do things with X, for example, because it's against their terms of service, and potentially other platforms might have this issue. But yeah, we have an extension that's going to be released that will aid a lot of the verification process in an automated way.
That's cool. Thank you for sharing.
Awesome. What's up, Lizzie?
Side note, we don't always need to talk about Zeet. I can talk about other things.
Yeah, I know, but you got but there's some.
I'm just saying, yeah, we can talk about other things.
We'll
talk about. People are excited about Zeet right now, bro.
I don't even want to shill Zeet. Like, I think it can shill itself. You know.
I mean, I know that you don't, but literally most of the spaces that I go to that aren't a bunch of fucking AI vibe code LARP devs are like the Zeet is being brought up organically pretty heavily in the space right now. I mean,
that's how boring the space is right now.
Anyway.
No, that's how good the product's gonna be.
Anyway, what's up, Lizzie?
Yeah, my question, we have discussed it on one of the previous spaces. It's about using your cards in different tournaments. Like we asked if it's one card per tournament. So if I have one whale card only, and then he is not joining other tournaments, for example, there are 3 tournaments, and I want to join other tournaments that he is not joining, I can use other cards, right? But if he is joining 2 and I have only 1 card, will I be counted as joining every tournament he is joining, or 1 card per tournament is strictly?
Yeah, I think we'll probably release something that talks about the squadception stuff a bit more. But the idea would be that if Whale isn't wanting to be a squad leader, you know, per se, because he doesn't want to drive anything like tied to him, but he himself joins a squad, then folks that own a whale could also be part of that squad, but they would have to join it as well. I guess it would be a way to join a squad without necessarily owning a card, but that's not exactly what we want. We will release more information about how that will work.
Yeah, you want to be able to reward the people that are actually holding the card. I mean, it's
for sure,
ticket.
for sure.
You know what I mean?
No. There will be there will be an added benefit if it was something like I just said. There'd be an added benefit to having the card. I think having the card is very important. You know, first and foremost.
Yeah. So the other side of that is if I have, say, 5 Von Dooms, or say I just have 1 Von Doom card and he enters 5 different tournaments, does that one card only work for 1 tournament, or can I enter all 5 with that 1 card? Because I think if you block it to just 1, then it could
TBD on that one.
Yeah.
Actually.
If you block it to just 1, then it would kind of free up other creators. Cards needing to be required, 1.
Yeah.
But then 2, it would require more dedication to that one specific creator. Like if you really believe in that creator, well, then you need to buy more of his cards.
Yeah, that hasn't been talked about. I know what you're saying. It's a good point.
Because there's some
I don't
people
know if in practice it's going to be. It would be an issue if like there was 5 or 10 ongoing tournaments for sure.
Well, I mean, I think at one point we had like 20 tournaments at peak, maybe 15 tournaments at peak on season 1 of Zeet. So it could end up.
It definitely is possible.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure we'll see another actual Zeet tournament.
Yeah, I would say, we're going to quickly evolve the system as we see issues arise, but we haven't.
Yeah, because like right now, I only have one Lizzie card.
We can't predict every outcome of what will happen in practice.
No, but
we're very quick to adapt, I guess.
Exactly. And that's what makes a good team, is that if they can adapt and pivot really fast and update mechanics and say, hey, new mechanic unlock for cards. But like, I only have one Lizzie, but I have a rare Katie and a common Katie. And if they're all in 3 tournaments and I'm like, oh, I want to put 1-on-1, I got to go buy more Lizzies.
Yeah, I think another thought I'll put into your brains, because I don't know if people realize like what we're building at like a foundational level. So if you think about what cards are, I've mentioned their social fi aspects, and they are, the start of a creator capital market. And then in the past, we've had people talk about, oh, Zeet is just fantasy top V2, which we've always said that's not the case. What I won't say, or what I won't disagree with, though, is the capability for the cards to be used in that infrastructure or that idea. So we're creating an asset that is an interoperable asset. It is a foundational asset for a creator. It doesn't mean that another company couldn't use Zeet's cards within a, like a fantasy V2 type of ecosystem and have prize pools. So I guess what I'm saying is, like, don't limit your brain to cards being strictly used within the Zeet ecosystem. They actually can be used anywhere because they're just NFTs at the end of the day. They're interoperable assets. And that's kind of one of the interesting aspects that hasn't really been tapped into in Web3 this whole time, like NFTs being used cross ecosystem and leveraged in other protocols. Like, this is the stuff that I want to see happen. And, I will say that for right now, Zeet cards are used in the Zeet ecosystem, but I have a dream that they kind of, surpass.
Well, that's because when in the past, the only thing that people talked about with interoperability would have been gaming. And most of the people couldn't build the tech because they don't want their skins leaving their game to go to another game. They want them spending money in their ecosystem. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So I'll leak something, and Pons will probably hate that I'm going to leak something like this, but I'm just going to say it anyway, because I think it shows how far we've been how far along we've thought about this, and for how long we've thought about it. So about 6 months ago, we were exploring the whole fantasy top V2 concept. We had talked to a couple partners launching card games and working with them directly as our fantasy platform. And so some of those deals didn't come to fruition, but there is a world where we can create strategic partnerships with, let's say, fantasy platforms that have Web3 integrations that use our NFTs for their platform, right? I mean, like, we might not build the fantasy platform ourselves because that's not our core product anymore. There was a time when we did think it might have been, but that was literally like 7 months ago, and we're not going to go down that path probably. But doesn't mean that we can't use our assets in fantasy ecosystems if we find the right partner. And so I guess what I'm saying is there's value that can come out of the cards that might not be visible right now, but it could easily just manifest. And that's part of the speculation there.
I like it. Dejani, what's up?
First, I want to say I don't hear any space with so much alpha like your space, and there's always something good coming out, and Scotty coming here and sharing it. I mean, I'm almost living every day on spaces, and I haven't heard so much alpha in the last.
No, Johnny, that's why
week.
there's this glowing green Giga Chat aura around us right now, buddy. That's how you end up with that.
Yeah, congrats again. I like that you have finally the Giga Chat. But I also have a lot of assets on abstract, so I also talk a lot about it. But I'm graduated. I just wanted to play the devil's advocate and say that there is not much going on right now in crypto. So I understand that a lot of companies are on standby mode, and they're waiting for people actually wanting to do something on chain. And whatever the first project is, which will bring us to doing on-chain stuff, it will get a lot of traction.
Yeah.
So I believe that all of those platforms, the other competitors are also waiting for something to come on, but maybe there is not something for them, and I hope it's a seed which will catch the first.
Well, that's the
attention.
thing. If I was a brand right now, I would be fucking trying to beat Zeet's door down, because right now on my timeline they have the most mind share, and it's like I think the first few brands that are able to launch on Zeet are going to really cook, because not only do they have the attention that's already there within Zeet and Abstract, and if Zeet cards actually do well with XP, that's going to be a main driver. It's going to cause more people to come buy more cards and hold them or do whatever they decide to do. But then it's going to get that much more attention on the tournaments that launch. So if the prizes are bangers and, you know, people are getting rewarded daily within, you know, Zeets and stacking their Zeets for the on-chain, you know, of Zeets in 3 years, then, you know, it could end up being really big. Katie, what's up?
This might be a stupid question, but
only
how
Kyle
much?
That's kind of my department. You want to DM it to me? No, I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
How much liquidity do you think we should expect to have in our wallets? Is it going to cost a lot for us to participate in some of these tournaments?
I mean, I don't think it will cost you that much. I mean, again, it depends on what it is. If it's signing up and doing a swap or something, I mean, you need gas, but honestly, we'd probably try to figure out a way to make it sponsored. But
great.
Yeah, I mean,
thank you.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
Well, I think when you see Kaido and they released their first thing, it was, you know, the creators would get rewards for getting people to have 500,000 in trading volume and, you know, just different things like that. So it's like, you know, while the fees may not be much, and it doesn't take much to get a bot over there and get the volume up. And that's the other side of it.
There should be no world, and obviously we'll look at the economics, and there should never be a case where it's like, let me think of a project that had this problem. I think maybe Elsa had this problem with Wallchain, where folks were spending, I don't know, $80 in prompts or whatever they were doing with Elsa, and then they only got like $100 airdrop, so they netted like $20. There should be no economics that work that way. I mean, like, yeah, I'm gonna make sure that it doesn't work that way. That would be kind of dumb. Yeah, I guess that's how I'll put it.
Thank you.
Nice. Josie, what's up? You got a question?
Yeah, sorry, I couldn't unmute. Scotty, how about you guys partner with Twitch so that my Zeet card is part of my subscription program? Because that would be great. I love you. Also for my OnlyFans.
Shout out to the OnlyFans founder.
I can't mute. Oh my God.
The OF adapter for the NFT. I got you there.
Dude, RIP OnlyFans guy. Josie, what exactly do you mean by incorporated into your Twitch? I'm not that Twitch native, so like, what exactly would that look like? I'm curious what you mean by that.
Well, you guys know how Amazon Prime has a partnership with Twitch. So whenever you have Amazon Prime, you can use that to like subscribe to a, streamer. So what my thought process is, why not partner with, them? And then if you hold a card for a certain person who's on the blockchain, then, you can use that to subscribe to them.
But couldn't I just go over to your Twitch and subscribe without a card?
Yeah, you can, but I'm also saying that you can do it if you hold my card, then it's for free. That's the point.
Oh, it's not.
Oh, because you have paid subscriptions on your Twitch.
Yes, I have paid. Yes, you have to pay to subscribe to my Twitch, and so if you already hold my card, then that'd be a value that you can watch my streams and not have to deal with my ads if you hold my card.
I didn't even know that you could have paid subscribers on Twitch. That's how not.
Yes, because Jox is amazing like that. She's not a fake streamer. Thank you very much.
I am 100% a fake streamer. This is AI. You guys are watching right now on Abstract. This is not even my face.
That's Claude Idiot.
That's right. But no, that's interesting. I actually didn't even know that. So that's an interesting model.
I mean,
yeah.
you could
So
kinda,
holding the card gives you access past, a paywall of some sort for given creators that have a paywall. That makes sense.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a thought. I thought it'd be a cool way to integrate like blockchain technology into like Web 2 type shit.
But couldn't you do that? I'm trying to think. No, because then you would have to pay for that subscriber.
Well, I'm sure there would be a way to do it if some type of streaming blockchain like was doing that, but they would also have to partner with them. So then that would happen and blah, blah, blah. But we all know which one I don't want that to be with. Okay, I love you.
Yeah, it's not very Giga Chad of you to come up on a Giga Chad.
I'm not a Giga Chad though. I'm a Giga hater.
I
Thank
know
you very
you are.
much.
I know.
Keep hanging out, Joxy. Some of my giga greatness might rub off on you.
Yeah.
It's just,
Keep your cooties away from me. Gross.
Now Kenny has a partner to sit in the corner with. Yeah.
Wait, Cheese, did they not give it to you?
They gave it to me and Kyle.
Oh, okay. I thought you were about to say they didn't
No.
give it to you. I was like, that's blasphemy.
Oh,
Cut
bro.
Kyle.
Yeah, if they would have gave it to Kyle and not me, I would not have streamed on. Yeah, it would have been over. We'd have been done.
And we would have had to split. We would have been, we would be hosting competing spaces right now, probably.
I would just go drive down to Miami and sit out there in a penguin costume until Luca pulled me in for a meeting. Yeah, that's some stuff that she would have done. Yeah, Scotty, I went and golfed this weekend. It was pretty bad.
What'd you shoot? It's been nice out.
It was very nice. I don't even know this. I don't even know what it was. It was bad. We lost
many mulligans.
I think about 5. It was bad. I was all over the place. And then we reset because we were just playing best ball doubles. But I mean, bro, the first 9 we were down, I think 7 under.
Wait, you were 7 under?
No, we lost by 7 strokes. Yeah, we were 7 over. Yeah, we lost. And it was to a guy and his wife. And it was so fucking annoying. No offense to wives that are trying to figure out how to golf. I can't golf worth the shit. But fucking hell, every time she got up to tee off or do a shot, he had to go position the ball. He would set the tee. He would say, twist this, do that. And I'm like, it took us.
I would never do that.
Bro, last time ever.
I might be a bad husband because I would never do that.
Yeah, 5.5 hours to go play around. And it was wild. But the back 9 we cleaned up. Back 9 we did good. So
I mean, could she not bend over, or was it just like?
No, he was just
like because you were watching, right?
No, he was teaching how to line up the ball, and it's like just put the fucking ball on the tee, drive it, and go.
Yeah, if I was with my wife and you were golfing with me, I'd probably set her tees up too.
Oh shit, let's go. Fuck going to play golf with Scotty. I seen how good you look. I'm sure your wife is a good looking woman as well. I'm going fucking golfing with Scotty. Drinks on cheese. Yeah, let's go.
Wow, interesting. Look at this. 3 minutes ago, Abstract just tweeted, Portal Streaks have gotten an upgrade. The 5% XP boost will now unlock after 7 days instead of 30.
That's what you
making
just
boosts
asked for.
easier to obtain. It's not exactly what I asked for, because you still have to maintain you still have to upvote every single day, but it doesn't take 30 days of not making a mistake, right? So if you do fuck up, you're only fucked for a week instead of a whole, instead of restarting a month cycle again. So that's pretty cool. I like that. That's a good middle ground sort of adjustment.
I see it. Yeah, maintaining an upvote streak of 7.
So what happens when tomorrow your XP goes down again? What happens,
bro? And we got Giga Chad.
Yeah, well, and that's the thing, right? Because we're gonna have to see how this looks now, right? I mean, it seemed like, I don't know, man. I mean, in the screenshot that Saigar posted, it almost seemed like NFTs they're leaning towards giving you a percentage bonus instead of, higher base XP. So is there still going to be next to no XP for holding the NFT to begin with? Because I mean, I was in the like mid 20Ks to go to 3,900. I mean, I could have a 200% boost, and I still wouldn't even be where I, even close to where I was previously. So
I think they're going to give a base XP for NFTs, holding them in general. And
I think they will too.
Then there's going to be a select few that get a bigger boost because they provided the most transactions and they provided the most volume on chain. So,
the one advantage you have of holding a bearish is that whatever the mechanic that is required to farm XP is, I will build the solution to make sure that we can farm the XP. So that's an advantage of holding a bearish.
That's my dog.
Fucking right on. Listen,
Scotty, I have a question. Do we get XP for staking our bears?
I mean, you did. Again, I don't even know what the new mechanic is going to be. If it's just going to be like a multiplier or a percent bonus based off of on-chain transactions, then I'll have to make some magic happen so that our holders have the ability to do that. If I have to,
because I'm not selling my bears or my bird. They gotta have me fucked up to think I'm gonna do that just to get some XP points. And that's basically all I hold on Abstract.
I don't want you to do that. Like I said, I'm gonna set up whatever farming techniques are required. I'm going to set them up. I don't care. I will be.
Thank you, Scotty. We love you, Scotty.
Well, this is the big advantage of having, a Galaxy Brain team, as well as, not for nothing, but the 404 aspect of the bearish NFTs is interesting because it allows for, very cheap transactions. I mean, I don't know. There's a lot of flexibility to be had in a 404 contract as far as like what you can do. So look, I've been saying this from the beginning. Bearish is my favorite shit on Abstract.
We could cook up a little something with Burr and trades or something. I don't know. You never know.
Well, even the yielding, I mean, you could
like a trade marketplace where I can go in there and strip my bear down Bodie naked and come out just glazed over with cheese.
Now we're just speculating, but yeah, I get a cheese straight for sure.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, like, yeah, you can have a trade marketplace and I can go recreate GW's PFP.
The only thing is saying trait marketplace is the most bearish thing you could possibly say. And I mean bearish, actually bearish, not bearish. Bearish.
Yeah. No, I know.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of.
Well, just call it whatever you want. Tomato. I mean,
But I mean, you could imagine if it's transaction based because it's a 404 and because we're staked and yielding. I mean, imagine, several claims happening automatically daily and just putting the ticker burr in your wallet for you or something, I mean, they'd be micro transactions, but they're still transactions. I mean,
yeah. No, I don't think I'll ever do something where it's like a meaningless transaction. I would at least try to make it something interesting. I guess if I do make it just a transaction, that would mean that I have given up. but yeah, well, I'll try to make it interesting. If
hey, can you play Blanco with Burr token, or do you need to convert to ETH to?
So we have it set up with ETH, but it could work with Burr if we wanted it to. We just haven't connected those dots.
Yeah,
yet.
I don't know if you want everybody to gamble their PFPs away too. I mean, we'll take your ETH, but probably keep your PFPs.
Yeah, I don't know if we want people to lose their PFPs gambling. I mean, it's happened probably indirectly already. But yeah, we don't want that.
What about bearish outfitters now open?
You write down all your notes and send me the.
I've been looking at the honey conversion coming soon thing for quite a while. The definition of the word soon, ever slippery in Web3, isn't it?
Sure
we try to keep it as loose as possible. No, but it needs to. I guess I'll comment on it. It needs to make sense economically. I mean, we haven't been buying back the token explicitly. That needs to be in place before we actually start releasing the token. So, conversations are being had. That's all.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
No, it makes sense. I mean, it'd be, obviously if everybody just hit the claim button today, there'd be, it is going to objectively create a sell pressure on the token. So you need something to negate that in the opposite direction as well. Makes perfect sense.
Yeah, and there's a couple other things linked to that. Market Burr being used in the marketplace, in the bodega, for example, what we would actually sell in there. There's a couple things that are tied to all that.
Did I see you say something about Burr being flipped over? You can exchange your Burr for Zeets?
I had not said that. No, you trying to make that happen?
No, I'm not. I thought I seen
wildly fucking swinging, trying to milk alpha here. Dude.
No, but like if I could claim my stuff, my honey, and get, instead of getting the full value of the honey, so say I was supposed to get $100 in Burr, well then I would just get 50% of that, but it would be in the form of Zeets. So the team is actually buying it back, but given an asset at less you know what I mean? What's more valuable to you?
I like the idea. I just don't know if how much we want to do that.
She's also, by the way, trying to figure out a way to get people to price Zeets. That's what he's really after.
No,
here.
I mean, you can go to Man versus Coin's website. I mean, right now he has Zeets priced at, hold on, speculation. 0.0343 is the median right now. Is where he has it at. So no, I mean the pricing's already out there.
Oh, did he already get he must know the total circulating supply then too. Then did he calculate that?
That I don't know how he's getting these numbers. He's at the bottom is disclaimer: Zeet is an internal non-convertible currency. These estimates derive from secondary market price correlations and should be treated as speculatively only.
Yeah, I think he's basically looking at where things are trading on OpenSea versus the Zeet marketplace and doing some math between the two based on common cards that have sold on both platforms. That would be my guess. I don't know that for a fact. What's up, Katie? And then we'll go to Johnny.
So much for Scotty not talking about Zeet. But anyway, another question for you. Is the bearish, if you hold a bearish card, is the chat in the Zeet platform going to open?
If bearish, you mean with the bearish card, is the squad chat going to be open?
Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, just curious.
Any update on what those are actually going to do?
The squad chats?
No, the bearish Zeet card.
Oh,
the brand cards.
The brand card. I think it will function similar to what you would expect. Whatever you think it does, it's probably what it will do.
Trust me, I've been imagining for fucking 5 years. Like that gets a little wild. Because I'm expecting it to be like a multiplier.
I've imagined myself down 98% on my portfolio over the last 5 years. So
I've imagined myself into a negative ethos review.
Welcome to Web3.
Fucking.
I think you guys need to do Web3 better.
Yeah, skill issue for sure.
Right? Yeah. God almighty. Johnny, what's up?
Talking about bears, the other bears on bear chain, they're moving to ETH, right?
Yeah, we talked about that last week.
Wait, what? Steady Teddies?
Steady Teddies are migrating.
Yeah, they're
to ETH,
going to mainnet because bear chain is dead. Yeah, dude.
Wait,
they're just going to be the 700th Milady derivative on mainnet instead of being on the chain where their IP makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, I like the Steady Teddy guys. I mean, I met him on a space and one that Carlo hosted. Speaking of Carlo again, but yeah, I like that team. I'm surprised they would go to ETH though.
I mean, is anything happening on Berachain anymore?
I shouldn't say I'm surprised. It's just like they were the PFP on Bera, no? I mean, that was like the.
Yeah, I mean that was 100% interesting. Yeah, the last one sold for $83.
What if Bearish went to Berachain just to replace them? We'll just do like a hop.
Scotty, I'm just gonna fucking pretend like I didn't hear you say that, dude.
Yep.
Are you selling already, dude?
Holy shit, dude.
Yeah, I was trying to beat Josie to the unhibernate button, but
Oh my God, dude.
What if they paid us $5 million and I just gave it to all the holders, equally distributed?
You can. I mean, we're getting closer.
There we go. There it is. I got it. There it is.
Dante, stay away from that bear. No, I think GW created that in the comments. I think that's the blue bear he was talking about, and he just put a piece of cheese on top of its head, like the duck head traits. You see, I like it though. Not bad. That's pretty cheesy. What else did we not cover today?
We kind of covered it, right?
We didn't talk about Mad Lads. People are mad about that.
Everybody that's bitching about Mad Lads should
fucking dollars.
Oh, go ahead, Johnny. Go ahead and bitch about it so I can dunk all over your fucking bitch ass face. Go ahead, buddy. I needed somebody to fund this.
You have been doing the same to Jesus today. You have been doing the same to Jesus today several times.
Bro, Mad Lads have been airdropped tens of thousands of dollars through the lifetime of that project.
More than that, probably.
Yeah. And
probably more than that.
I don't know if they've gotten over $100,000 worth of airdrops.
Maybe not, but I bet it's approaching that. If you added up all of the airdrops, and Mad Lads, I believe, were a free mint originally, and it's probably the fucking last remaining collection anyone even gives a fuck about on Solana. Like, I don't know, man. Yeah, this airdrop didn't make you rich. This one particular airdrop. Everybody quit your bitching, though. Good God. Anyway.
Yeah, they've given over 20 grand in airdrops for sure. Well, I actually didn't see the latest controversy. What was the airdrop? They just partnered with somebody and you got an allocation?
So I don't know if Backpack is their official token, but it's one they were heavily rewarded on.
Backpack was a wallet.
It's like an exchange. Kickoff's coming up. You might know, yeah. And so they got $290 basically per Mad Lad is what they got.
Who complains about free money?
I don't know that I don't know. So right here I'm looking.
I mean, that's their original token. So like what the Crips would give you 1/10 of the worth of the NFT.
And it could very much so happen. Look at the Creeps floor right now. It's fucking a cheeseburger. So if they did a TGE right now, I would expect you to get just a fucking dipping sauce of ranch.
Yeah, but they didn't make you burn the NFT. It's not like you got to burn the NFT to get the claim. Then it would be, then it would have to be at least some multiplier over it. But
yeah. So according to Grok, it looks like per Mad Lad, totals per Mad Lad, community estimate ranges from 15,000 to 40,000 USD in total airdrop value since they launched.
That didn't exactly narrow it down.
I know. On the higher end, it's 25 to 40,000. Well, it depends on peak pricing and unlocks and things like that. But it said based off of holders post, it's 20 to 35K plus. So, it's still a lot of money per Mad Lad, per NFT over the lifetime of having it. Creeps were supposed to have an airdrop season where we were getting bathed in fucking money for years to come. And you see where that happened. We got Portal and then.
Wait, real quick on what did you get for the Portal airdrop? Did you actually get money? I'm actually curious about that.
It was a pretty decent amount at the original. The thing is, it was vested, right? And then honestly, I'm trying to remember. I think I had at the time.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, but you never could pay out 25,000.
Well, you couldn't, but I mean, like I invested in Angel Round, so I did really, really well. And
but that's what they're saying. We're talking about airdrops.
Yeah, we're talking about airdrops for the NFTs. I agree, but so it was. The problem there was though that it was vested, and by the time you would have got your full amount, you were pretty cooked. And then they tried to get everybody to stake it, promising rewards for staking it that never materialized. So like. A lot of the actual NFT community got pillaged pretty hard because they staked all the tokens and, but look, I mean, I sold them. I was claiming every now and then and just selling. So it was, it was a nice little stimmy here and there.
Yeah. Dobbins just said in the comments, made 16K from Portal, good airdrop. Rest was vested 8K over months.
I probably got like I vaguely remember getting like $850 worth of Portal just for all the tweeting and shit that we did too. If you really participated in the Crystal Dash shit. So I mean, there was a lot of ways. Portal made money for people in several different ways.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's what was the FTV of Portal when it came out, though?
I think we're at like 3 as the all-time high was like what was it, $3.80 or something? When
Yeah, it was like 3 billion.
It was a 3 billion market cap. Oh shit! Yeah,
Yes.
people
Yeah.
definitely made money off of.
Yeah. I mean, like,
that also explains why it went down. I mean, 3 billion is insane.
Yeah. Well, that, and then there was no other further product, but yeah.
When you start high, you can only go down, dude. Isn't that how it works?
Well, exactly. Like Pharmacist still comes on this stage, fucking praising me because I got him into the tweeting about it. And you're talking about a guy who lives in another country who literally made like $80,000 just for tweeting. That's it. I mean, the guy cooked. It was life-changing money. So
let me ask you a question about this. So let's say hypothetically, because I don't know which side to take on this, by the way. Okay, so you have the side with Portal where a company is probably overvalued, but everybody can go ahead and sell at time of TGE and make, maybe 100x because it's like a 3 billion valuation. Or would you rather have an investment in the company that goes at a 10 million FTV? And hopefully will go up. Like which side do you take? Like one, obviously you have to wait, and the other you have this sell pressure.
It literally depends on who the team is, because there are teams that I will be happy to take my money and run because it's like y'all are clearly grifters, and then there are teams that I choose to believe in. So it kind of depends on
100%.
It depends on who it's coming from, really.
99.9% of the time, I'm hitting the sell button. If it was you guys, yeah, I would hold. I would take
bullshit.
Too, though. Yeah,
bullshit.
No,
what?
You're selling.
No.
You're selling. Don't even.
No. It depends. It depends on where I'm at financially in my life. Because if I have enough money and I believe in you guys, I just did it for fucking 4 years with these assholes. So no, 100%. If I believe in the team, I'm gonna take out what I need at the time. And if I feel like, I need to start selling some more often, then I'll fucking sell. And that's what I did with Portal.
Well, what do you think about this though? On maybe this is on like the psychology or game theory side. So the $10 million company might never ever reach a 3 billion FTV. The reason why Portal was able to do what they did was because they capitalized on the hype. So it's like there was 100% or 99.9999% chance that was going to go down because it started at such a high FTV. But then it's also maybe the same percentage for a $10 million FTV to get to 3 billion.
Well,
so is it better to start high or start low?
So Scotty, I also think the fact that it was on Binance and that was back when centralized exchange listings were super bullish, so like that also added fuel to the fire. But look at Sports.Fun as an example. Smaller FTV on launch did pretty well initially. Now, obviously, with no football going on, soccer's kind of in between the World Cup and the Champions League right now. I think, I do think the smaller FTV to start with and then allow it to grow is probably better because unequivocally, like if it is a high FTV, there's a 99% chance it's going to go down. I mean, look at Monad, right? Started at 2.5 bills, dipped all the way down to 1 point something. It's still sitting around 2 bill. But it's down from the TGE price. You can go on a list of looking at other coins that TGE'd over the past year, 2 years. 99% of them are probably down, from a higher FTV starting point. So yeah, I think it's probably like if you're legit building, I think it's probably smarter to start with a smaller FTV and let it grow.
No, I 100% agree with that. But then here's the other thing that I'll just point out: the people that are investing early want a higher FTV because they can get liquidity and maybe a higher multiple to get out of the project. But those are the same people that are investing in these new like companies with a lot of money, right? So it's like there's a very weird dichotomy between, the people that have money, they want to invest, but they also want to get the liquidity out as fast as possible, so they want a high FTV. But then if you're a project that's building, like for me, I'd rather start with the low FTV because I'm going to keep building stuff. But investors might not necessarily want that because they actually might have to wait to get liquidity. So there's like a real weird misalignment between those two sides.
Well, I think a lot of teams TGing now are getting real, like structuring the vested part. It really comes down to tokenomics, right? How much is claimable upon TG versus what's vested over the next, 12 to 24 months. Yeah, I guess it would play into factor depending on like how much they're able to claim at TG.
Well, and
right?
some of these teams though are being pressured by the people that invested in them to launch the token so they can get whatever liquidity out of the brand. So that's why some of these TGs are happening. It's not because the team wants it. It's because the people that put the money in. The same thing happened with us with Portal. The people that invested in Angel and even other rounds were so excited about the amount of money we made. And then boom, Portal comes out with Crystal Dash season 2, and you have it for Somo. They raised $20 million within a day. And then we haven't seen the money in years. And everybody jumped on the opportunity to do that because there were so many people that missed the opportunity to invest early in Portal. And unfortunately, it's where it is now. But yeah, if I'm financially okay to not need all the money that I put in out, if I can get the money I put in out in a 2 or 2x or 3x above and still ride some out with a really good team, I would gladly do that. But I would also, in my personal life, have to be financially sound to be able to handle that loss. That's the problem, Kick off, and then we'll go to Josie. Kick off. What up? Oh, good talk, kick off. Josie, what's up?
I just want to let you know, Scotty, to be completely transparent, I will sell some of my burr and honey so I can pay my nails. That's it. I just want enough money to get my nails done. That's it. That's all I'll sell for every month.
You need to immediately get your OnlyFans connected so we don't have that problem.
Please and thank you.
Only Josie. Here we go.
This is why I like the Bearish team. This founder actually knows how to make his holders happy and has good tech, and he's the best. And he puts up with me harassing him in DMs.
Did you say bear a chain or bearish chain?
Bearish.
Bearish
and
chain.
a cheese.
There you
go. Come on, cheese. Dude, what do you own on Barachain? What is with the fucking Barachain shill today, dude? What are you trying? What position are you trying to get out of, dude?
I didn't say bear. I'm not the one that said Barachain. She said this is why I like the Barachain. I didn't say.
I'm sorry. I'm from California. I don't enunciate my words.
I knew what she said. I don't know what Jesus is doing.
I knew what she meant,
exactly what you
but
said.
I heard what she said. So I'm just correcting.
Nar.
Don't need nobody clipping anything saying that she's a fucking Barachain maxi and or anything else wild today that may have
Everyone buy Bara. It's the best.
Damn.
Yeah.
All right, what are we doing here, bro?
Nothing. I think we've done what we've came to do.
That's right.
This week, Scotty said we will have more information on squads. I think tomorrow's going to be an important day for Abstract.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be I think last week they can say Luca's not involved all they want, but I guarantee you Luca DM'd somebody and said, y'all need to fix this shit. I don't want to say I'm dealing with enough. I ain't got time to be scrolling on the timeline and seeing people fudding the green chain. Then he went into the igloo all mad and upset. What?
This guy pretended like he was in the igloo now.
No, I'm not, but I seen all the people talking about it. We have friends. You read messages yourself from people that Luca.
I've heard.
Jeez, you should be HR for them. You know that? You and Idiot. You guys should both be the HR for Abstract Chain.
Just to announce it, an Idiot and I were hired as HR for Zeet. So if you have any complaints, come to us. We didn't want to announce it yet, but Scotty just said I can leak that out.
Well, hold on now. I don't recall signing off on a salary or anything here
Bro,
yet.
you haven't been paid in 4 years.
At?
What the fuck's this any different? So just
Yeah, that's
deal
true.
with it. Yeah.
I mean, based on your guys' history, that means Zeet's going to go down. So
I
don't know if I want to be associated.
Weef the cards. Weef them all. No, we're not doing that. Kenny Powers.
Yo, what up?
I figured you would have jumped in on some of the Bears talk. This guy holds 3 bears now, Scotty. Like, I thought he only bought 1, but he ran out and bought 3. Oh, and he caught the absolute bottom. Like,
that's what good traders do, bro.
Oh, I've always said Kenny Powers is a power bottom, dude. Like, for sure.
Yeah,
right?
see, Metarizing just said, dude, he spoke 0 about abstract. But I was saying in private, Luca messaged somebody and said, fix this shit.
Yeah, but look, I also think that the inner igloo is not supposed to be about abstract. It's supposed to be about pudgy penguins.
Exactly, 100%. I wouldn't expect him to talk.
Kenny, why did you buy Bearish? Is it because we talked about guns?
Yeah, bro. When I heard y'all are pro concealed handgun licenses, I was like, yo, I'm buying some fucking bears right now.
That's right.
Look at my cap, dude. I'm fucking military Don here.
Fucking dope. No, honestly, I've been wanting to buy bears. I mean, for over a year. I just was kind of like looking. I had weak bids on one particular one. Couldn't get that. But yeah, I saw the price action right after the whole abstract NFT FUD hit. And I was like, why are bears at like 0.04? I was like, this is egregious. So yeah, I went and scooped up a few nice ones too. I like them. And I'll probably PFP change it at some point here. So shout out.
Ooh. Ooh. For those that don't know, Kenny Powers has had the same fucking PFP literally since I met him. Like, fucking 4 years now, going strong.
Yeah, but honestly, like another part is because look, we talk to you practically every day on Spaces, and that goes a long ways with me as far as like founders who are accountable and out there interacting with their community. That's fucking big. Unfortunately, I'm in a project right now where we have 0 communication, so it's refreshing to be in a project where fucking we're getting a chance to sit here and bullshit with you for 2 hours a day. It's fucking fun shit. So
I'm working, by the way. I might be bullshitting, but I'm working. I'm just throwing that out there. That out there.
Let me go refresh this Z page, see if anything's been updated, because I ain't seen nothing new.
Well, hey, I know Scotty. I know that you're working, dude. Somebody's got to pick up the slack while Carlo's on a permanent vacation, dude. You gotta get after it.
I know, and fucking Tully's done turned into Alex Finn with his AI courses. So it's like Scotty's all by himself. Fucking, he gets
no, he has Vanna.
Yeah, well, but he gets commands from Tully's fucking Clawbot that fucking says do this for the day, and the guy's left in the fucking basement. Can't even go golf. Can't do anything. Guy's left on his own, Vanna. And now he's got to deal with Cheese and fucking an idiot as the head of HR. Pretty wild.
Dude, I don't know about head of HR.
Wait, can I model the merch, Scotty? I already am modeling y'all's socks and hats, so can I model the merch?
When we have merch, you will be my #1 call.
Let's fucking go and be bearish the fuck up.
Yeah, when are we gonna see you in one of the blow up bear costumes dancing around on X? That's what you need.
She's gonna be eating the hot dog with honey.
Oh my God.
Well, the bear one I have, there's no way I can eat a hot dog inside of it because it's like completely enclosed.
There's a GIF where it has Josie eating a bearish or a hot dog with a bearish, and that's what's got us 5 billion views. So we owe her a lot, honestly.
Glizzy bear.
There's honey everywhere.
Dejani, you can be head of foreign relations, sir.
Bro, my dog gets sick of the bullshit. I don't know if you can hear that.
I'm eating now spare ribs. I hope like a real American.
Okay.
Fuck, man. I forgot to put the ribs on the fucking smoker. Son of a bitch. We ain't eating ribs tonight. Ain't no ribs over here. That sucks. Damn, man.
You have enough time. It's 12, like
no, bro. When I do them, I put them on at like 6 in the morning, and them babies cook nice and slow. You're over there eating some, like you're gonna need a toothpick when you're done with yours. Mine, they don't. You just the meat melts in your mouth. You barely even touches your tongue, and the shit is gone. All right, you have to come back to America, Johnny.
Bro, no, that I need now a toothpick.
See, exactly. It's because you got hard meat. Nobody wants hard meat in their mouth except fucking Kenny. All right.
Damn, dude. Beat me to it, dude. God damn.
I seen you reaching for your phone or your mic or something. I was like, nope, got him.
Why were you the person who laughed the hardest at your own joke? Is my question.
Bro, I'm a father. Okay, we laugh at our own shit. If you're not a dad and you're not laughing at your own jokes, I don't know what to tell you. Then your jokes are just not that good. That's all there is to it. Like, Kenny, you should reach out to some of your kids that you haven't heard from in a while, or that you just haven't talked to and ignored. Like, I make TikToks with my daughter. Like, we do all kinds of crazy shit. You gotta live a little, Kenny.
I don't know if Kenny Powers' fucking grandpa ass heart can handle a trip to Colombia right now, but that's definitely where he's got kids scattered all across the landscape.
Have you been in Thailand or any Asian country, Kenny?
Oh, you thought you seen Kenny over in Thailand?
No, I
Kenny?
stayed my Americas for the most part. I haven't traveled outside of, I went to Palestine when I was a kid, just to visit family. But outside of that, I usually just travel to South America, Central America. I like the Latinas. Just put it that way.
Yeah, and I would advise no travel to Palestine.
We are amazing. I will approve of that message.
Especially out of LaGuardia.
You have never been in Europe, Kenny?
No, I haven't.
Well, when you come there, I will make you feel good.
Oh,
whoa,
shit.
Whoa.
What?
Johnny's got a fucking milking table for you.
No, I mean, he will get good food. He will see the mountains, etc. He will.
Are you trying to wipe him up or something to Johnny? Because that's what it sounded like.
He's taking this new job
New
serious.
York,
yeah, I know.
Johnny, what exactly does it cost for me to be made to feel good, as you put it?
Johnny, as co-head of HR, I'm firing you from head of relations, of foreign relations. You're fucking. That job lasted for 5 seconds. You're cooked. About as hard as your ribs.
You know how it would be unintentionally funny with me. So I bet you will never forget the European trip. When I've been in New York, I met a guy from the Creeps community, and he made a good time with me. And the next time when some Americans come to Europe, I want to give them the best time.
Bro, you can't say make a good time like that.
Card holder should be eligible. The Johnny card holder should be eligible to this food time stuff.
That's so good, Dejani. All right. Well, cool. Well, Kenny, get over there. Dejani make you good time, long time. Fuck. I was gonna keep going, but I can't.
I've been nonstop dying for like fucking 10 minutes, dude.
Oh my God. All right, fuck. Cool. Everybody have a good day. We'll be back tomorrow.
Bye everybody.
I'll see you soon, Johnny.
Oh, shit. Oh my God. Woo! Fucking people is crazy. All right, cool. Everybody have a good day. We'll see you on the next one. Peace.